You comfortable? You good?
Yeah,
I like the outfit, the heels.
Thank you. Yeah, this jacket.
Hit up the club afterwards.
So comfy. I feel like it's a blanket.
Are you cold a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like this is freezing to me.
No.
Disrespectful.
Like mad.
Disrespectful. I
like
hate
you didn't move here for this.
Oh my
weather.
God. Well, I grew up here, so I just suffer during these months where it's not perfect. But I love when it's perfect. You know what I mean? Like tank tops and shorts. That's my uniform.
I would wear shorts in this weather. I love this. I'm huskier, so I love this weather.
Well, I'm cutting right now, so my body's not making that much bone.
Oh, okay.
So there's also that.
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we working.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. Your boy Jonas. Today we have a special guest. Katy's in the house. How you doing, Katy?
I'm so well. How are you?
Good. And I just met you right now.
Just right now.
I know nothing about you aside that you're a super like a boss, a muscle mommy.
Oh, I try.
Yeah.
You know, I try.
I was watching some of your videos, and it was like one of your reels where you were squatting 315.
Lightweight,
I was
baby.
Like, lightweight.
Lightweight, baby.
Lightweight.
Yeah, that's not even bad.
And then you were benching 225. Like, there's guys who don't.
People always say that, and I'm like, well, there's also guys who don't train. So duh.
I had seen this thing, that like the percentage of men who can do 225.
I love that reel. That was
Yeah.
That
like,
was really
first of all,
funny.
like of all the men, only this percentage works out.
Yeah,
and of that a group of men, only this percentage can hit
so
like
you're
225.
So cool for benching 220. Oh my God. No, I don't know. I think it's awesome because it's just a reflection of your hard work and time dedication. It's like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, like, no one gives no one cares.
Nobody cares.
No one cares. You don't walk down the street and be like, I can bench 225.
I could do 225.
You know what I mean?
I could, like, 225 is not heavy for me.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know it was a thing.
No, it's hard.
I just thought, I was like, oh yeah, 2 plates, like whatever. Like,
ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Let's rep these 2 plates out and then move up, right? I didn't know it was a thing until I seen that video. I was like,
it's a struggle for most people. Is heavy for people?
It's like,
well, it's like for those 160-pound dudes, like just getting into the gym, or it is tough
goal.
for a woman. A
goal, yeah.
Like I feel like for a girl to hit 225, it took me like 6 years of lifting aggressively, and I did sports my whole life. I had like solid upper body strength, and I was benching like 4 times a week. So it took a lot of effort to hit 225.
But I thought that was interesting. I was like, damn, I didn't know that. Like, to me, I was just like, I see everybody at the gym do 220. Like, I've never seen anybody like struggle with like 225.
Well,
so
you gotta go to more gyms because people are struggling. Hit up some 24-hour fitnesses. You know, I feel like the types of gyms that we probably go to.
I go to TG, the gym.
Yeah, like
when they're here in Chula Vista.
People are blasting gear like it's their job there. And also, I feel like that's more of a bodybuilder gym where people are very well developed, and it's not like for beginners, right? Like I feel like beginners go to like Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, you know, those more commercial gyms that have like a wide variety of fit stuff, so that if you don't love working out, you're enticed by the basketball or the swimming you know what I mean, or the sauna.
Casual
which is totally fine, like
as long as you're in there,
because like who cares? I don't know, work out or don't work out, like everyone has their own strengths, and I personally love it, and I'm very grateful that I love it because it makes me a lot healthier than if I didn't love it. But also, like, people are like, wow, you're so disciplined, you're so motivated and stuff like that. And yeah, some of the things I do, it's definitely discipline, but a lot of it, I really enjoy it. And so that is like my foot in the door to do things that maybe I don't love, like cardio. Don't love doing that.
It does.
But I love
runners
most of the time of my workout. So that kind of gets me in the door. Whereas people who hate all of it, I don't know.
How do they get there, right?
Yeah, like that
it's
sucks.
Tough. I mean, it's
working
hard.
out to lose weight too, that shit sucks. Like working out to gain weight, that's so fun. But working out, I have to burn these calories, that sucks.
Yeah,
it's not fun. You can't see it immediately.
It takes time.
You got a bicep pump, you're seeing that. That's so motivating. Like, I got veins in my biceps right now. That's awesome.
You can't even like get your headphones.
No, yeah. Oh, that's delicious. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You get the little
dude. I shouldn't have worn a long sleeve. I could show you right now.
I know, right? The pump. I was actually are you a bodybuilder or power lifter? I'm sorry.
So I powerlifted probably for the past, since 2015. So how long is that? 8 years. I not accidentally, but I was struggling with my rib dislocating for the past year and a half. Yeah.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. The way the chiropractor and PT explained it to me were that my muscles were so tight. They were strong and tight, so they were pushing my intercostals out of place.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it was very difficult to breathe when they were dislocated. It was very painful. And then obviously putting load on top of that increased the pain by a lot. And I did a lot of things to try to mitigate that, like load mitigation. I went to so many physical therapists because powerlifting, I'm very passionate about it. I love it. It just brought me so much joy for so many years. And like, I love the idea that, you know, working out does not have to be exclusively about what you look like. It's like, can be about what your body can do. And I love that message. But I don't know. I tried everything possible besides taking a break. And so I was like, all right, I got to take 6 weeks off.
6 weeks.
Yes, and that was what was recommended by the doctor. So I was like, okay, during this time, I'll just do bodybuilding because I'm not loading myself up as much and I can still get a pump, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then during that time, I was like, oh, like, I kind of like this. This is fun. I've recently gotten into surfing and I think it's just a blast. And powerlifting just sucks all the energy and life out of me, which I love because I have a lot of energy in life and it helps me sleep better. Like, it helps me perform better. I'm way more chill when I get good lifts in. But I really wanted to start surfing on the weekends. And my coach was like, no, like, I still want you training 6 days a week. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm like an adult now. Like, this is like a hobby that I really am passionate about. But also, like, if I want to do new things, if I want to add more stuff to my life, like, I don't think that I'm in a place anymore in my life where I want this to limit me. Because all throughout college, like, I didn't really drink. I went out sober, but I like made sure I got good sleep and all that stuff. And I put powerlifting first. Like, I didn't go on ski trips because I put powerlifting first because I really wanted to be the best. I wanted to like win. I wanted to achieve my goals. Well, like, I did achieve my goals. And so now I'm like, all right, like, I want to add variety into my life. I want to do all these things. So I did bodybuilding for a month and I was like, oh, I love this. And then I was like, okay, I'll do it for 2 months. You know, my rib was feeling way better, like stopped dislocating every single day, which was awesome. Learned some more like physical therapy stuff to keep it in. And yeah, I tried lifting heavy again and it came out again. And I was like, all right, I think I'm just going to switch over to bodybuilding, which is like not easier, but it's easier on my body. Like, I have
You're not putting as much weight on it.
Yeah, I have way more energy at the end of the day. I'm eating half as much as what I had to eat before to produce the physical output that I was doing. So even though the reps are freaking insane, like sets of 15, sets of 30, sets of 60, I'm like, are you insane? This is literally cardio. Like, what are we talking about? And that's definitely more mentally difficult and physically challenging, but it's like a pump versus like, I'm trying not to get squished under 400 pounds. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And putting on that force, like lifting, deadlifting, and all that.
Yeah. So I'm not a bodybuilder, I guess, yet because I haven't done a show. But that's like the style of training that I'm doing. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Yeah. If I can shape up well enough, I think my body is definitely very powerlifty right now. And it needs a little bit of tweaks to look like any
like
type
the aesthetic
of
they want.
Yeah, category that they have.
The rib dislocating, is that just like a forever thing?
No, it doesn't happen anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, so
but it can happen.
Yeah, so they explained it to me that basically the more it dislocates, the more it's going to dislocate. So you need to let your fascia like heal or something. And they said it was stretch. I was like, all right, like, I'm not a rib expert, so okay, whatever you say.
I didn't even know they can dislocate. I thought it just either break or
it's the intercostals. So unless you have like a blunt force trauma to your actual bones, they're gonna be fine. It's the intercostals. I don't really fully understand. I'm not a doctor, you know. I don't want to be spewing stuff that's incorrect, but based on what I was told, based on like the physical therapist, the doctor, the chiropractor, I got x-rays done and everything, so that's what crazy. They said.
I just had x-rays done on my chest. And
for what?
This is funny. So I have a friend who had my boy, he had a kidney transplant.
Oh shit.
So
oh god.
When you get those like type of procedures, they can get infection. It's easy.
Yeah.
Right? So he had got an infection And the way his wife was describing it to me, that he felt pain on the side and he had like a fever. And so the other day, I came back from the gym. First thing I noticed at the gym, I had like no energy. Like I came home, I wasn't sweaty. And I was even complaining. I was like, damn, that was a whack ass workout, dude. Like I feel like I didn't even, I was like, but I came, right?
Yeah.
I was like, at least I came.
You always have those days.
So I came home and I was just like I started feeling like chills and I was like, man, like what's going on? And then, so I checked my temperature and I was starting to get like a little rise. And I had like a weird discomfort pain on the side.
That she described?
So I called him and I was like, hey bro, like, you remember when that happened?
Is this contagious?
No, I was like, tell me how it happened. And he told me and I was like, you just described what I'm going through. He's like, go to the hospital. So I went and they did all these tests and it ended up just being two separate, I had no infection. They did like all this blood work, no infection. The doctor's like, I was like, it feels like like if I pulled something or it didn't hurt her. It just felt uncomfortable in some positions.
Yeah.
She's like, it could be like a muscle strain. And then you're also like maybe fighting off some little bug.
Okay. So
it's like, she's like, I think it's just two separate things that came at once. She's like, but you're like, you have nothing in your blood work. And I was like,
good.
But they did.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But they did x-rays. And I thought it was hilarious that before they would take you to a room, do the x-ray, print them out, put them on these like light boards and then show you. And that whole process would take forever because they had to like develop it. Yeah. The doctor had to come in with the x-rays. And now they just roll this machine into the little room. And then they tell you to sit up or whatever. And they portable x-ray machine.
That's awesome.
And I was like, damn, technology, bro. That would have took forever, but now it's like instant.
That's,
you know, like,
yeah.
Like take a picture, develop the film, all this process. Now it's like, boom, here, look.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Good to go. And I was like, damn. I think x-rays are funny because they my wife was in there with me. And they're all like, oh, you need to get out you can't be by him.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this safe? She's like, yeah. I was like, then why are you running away from me?
The radiation.
Why is it like, oh, no, you get out, get out.
Why can't pregnant women get them?
Yeah. What's going on? It can't be good.
Sus.
She's like, we're going to put this plate behind you. I was like, what is...
This lead plate.
This is lead
plate to make sure you're good to go.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get superpowers. Who knows?
I'll take it.
Be like a pop doll.
But that was like a little scare, you know? We need those every once in a while.
No, we don't. What the fuck? Life is scary enough. You don't need more shit.
Keep you on your toes.
No way. I think that stuff's good for building perspective into your life. You're like, oh shit, I'm almost dying, you know?
Yeah,
and I think that does keep you alive in a sense.
It's like a little wake up call.
Like I ate shit off this one wheel this past weekend and I gave myself the worst whiplash I've ever had in my life. I was like hit by a car once, like a truck. And like while I was walking, I got hit. I flew in the air. I had bad whiplash, but this was worse. I ate shit down this one, and I hit my head hard, and I was like, but I never felt more alive than when I was just going full speed down this fucking hill on a one wheel. It's like this skateboard that has this electrical.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, it's really just so cool, and I like learned how to do it that day. But I love to skate, so it was fine. And I don't know, it just felt dangerous and adrenaline-y and fun. And that's how I feel kind of surfing too.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I have a severe fear of sharks.
Really?
So the ocean and me, no. No. We went to Hawaii and I've told this story. We were like swimming in this reef.
Yeah.
In my head, that shit was full of great whites. Like,
no, 100%.
And they were just like looking for me specifically.
I mean, hey.
I was like, hey, like either two of these little people or one of me.
Yeah, that's fact.
They're going for me. You know what I mean?
Wagyu beef, baby. Like you're prime USDA grade A.
No, like look at the what is it? The marbling on that one. Yeah.
That guy looks good.
And my wife was like, man, there's no sharks. I was like, you don't know that? What you think they respect neighborhoods or something?
That's what I'm saying.
Like this is all their property.
I don't disagree. When like seaweed touches my leg in a type of way, I do freak out. And I realize like you're just defenseless. That's the thing is you have no power, no control.
None.
That's their environment. And
you have no advantage at all.
No, you're fucked. People like just punch it in the nose. I'm like, one time I thought I saw a shark and I immediately was like,
froze up.
Oh yeah. My heart was beating so fast and I just swam right in. I was like, I don't need any more of this today. No, thank you.
Because it's like, I'm going to die.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you're in the woods and you see a bear, it's like.
And I think that the fear of death is way worse than actual death would be. Yeah. You know what I mean? You ever do something and you're like so scared to do it and you do it and it's not that bad.
I always psych myself out, like tell myself, it's like, stop being a bitch. Just
My daily mantra in the mirror: stop being a
stop
bitch.
being a little bitch. You don't want to go to the gym? Stop being a bitch.
Oh fuck yeah, love that.
We went to Cancun, and we went to like these little theme parks where it's like adventures type parks.
Yeah.
And they had like this cliff where people were diving off of, and that was I was like, don't hesitate, just do it. Stop being a bitch, and I just jumped in the water.
Oh yeah, you just need like 5 seconds. Of courage
5
to
seconds
do that.
of like, stop being a bitch, and you
Just
got it.
send it. I think "just do it" is such a good phrase.
Nike
really
with that,
captured
yeah.
it, but when it comes to anything, like just
Anything,
fucking do it.
Just fuck it.
You don't want to do it, just do it. You're scared to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
It's so simple. It's so eloquent, though.
But swimming in the ocean, that's terrifying.
You're like, don't do it.
And I watch shark movies. I'm like, nah. Ain't no way.
Oh yeah. Do you have TikTok?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be watching like the Great Sea or whatever, the Great North Sea or something.
Oh, the waves crashing.
Oh my god! And
with
like,
the music.
I'm in the Navy, so that. Oh my god, I'll be in my bed, and my heart is like, because we were out to sea, and those waves really do come up so high.
Were you on a?
I was on a cruiser.
Oh, cruiser.
Yeah, Navy
is that
cruiser.
smaller?
Yeah, it's.
I've been on a carrier.
Okay, well, I want you to imagine being on that carrier and having the waves slap the fucking windows at the top in the face.
Oh, fuck.
Granted, cruiser's much shorter, much smaller.
And smaller.
Like
yeah.
a third probably, maybe less.
Do you think a carrier can be rocked?
You don't really feel it.
Oh, okay.
You don't really feel it.
All right.
But we were rocking. We were rolling.
Yeah, I bet.
We were rolling out of my bed. Okay,
That
rolling
sounds
out of my
terrible,
rack.
like, what are you gonna do?
You're strapped in. I think the best present my mom gave me was like a weighted blanket because it would just hold me in my rack so I didn't roll out.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome. Such a
For
good
like
life hack.
anxiety or something?
Well, I don't know. She just sent it because it's nice.
Oh, okay.
But then I think my favorite part was like
It just held you in
it
place?
held you in your rack because you're really like this with the waves all night. It's so annoying.
Did it?
Wake up on the floor and just rolled right out.
I'm like, don't worry, guys.
Oh
It's
my
all right.
God. And you're so tired too. You're like, just let it happen.
Is that why you're cool with the ocean? Because you've been out there so much?
Oh, I'm not cool with the ocean.
Oh.
I just say, don't be a bitch.
Oh.
I am so scared.
Today's life motto.
Every single
Don't
time I
be a
go
bitch.
surfing, I'm really scared actually. And I literally always try to take a buddy just because I'm like, well, if I drown, I need someone to know and be like, she died doing what she loved. Being in the ocean, I love
Tell
the
him
water.
I fought off a shark.
Yeah, I love the water, but it does scare me just because I think I'm a great swimmer, but I really respect Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And if she wants to fuck you up, she will. She will. Look at this past week. Why,
Oh, fuck.
Why
Yeah.
are we flooding in San Diego?
I was just thinking that today because it's rained here before, and it's rained here hard, and never was there like
No.
anything like that. It's like it didn't. I don't think it rained the hardest I've ever, because I'm from here.
Same.
I can't think of a time that it rained.
Ever like that.
Yeah,
Ever.
to where like we got flooded.
So I had like TVs and stuff in my garage. My garage flooded, right?
Oh shit!
I'm on the phone with the insurance agent. She's like, well, why do you have so much expensive electronics in your garage? I was like, because when in the past 27 years has it ever flooded in San Diego?
Yeah.
Literally ever. And
Ever,
I'm not like even a few blocks from the beach. I'm in.
You're like
I'm in, you know?
closer to the freeway.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Reimburse me for my shit.
give my shit.
I was like, I've been paying my $30 a month for a reason.
I was actually driving by the area where it got flooded down here,
It got flooded everywhere.
and like people, like I felt bad because like people were like they're emptying their houses because everything got ruined.
That sucked.
The trash company was picking up all the
Ruined
all
stuff.
the ruined stuff, and I was like, damn, dude, that's.
I'm glad my car didn't blow away. You saw them
Yeah.
floating. I was like, oh my God, how
Yeah.
inconvenient.
Right, like
How inconvenient. How do you even go get a new car without a car? You got to Uber that. That shit is embarrassing.
And then what if you don't have like full coverage?
You're fucked.
You're fucked.
You're fucked. You got.
What if 1
20
month
grand
you're
in
like,
coverage?
damn, I'm tight. Let me lower the.
I'm so grateful because I had this one lady at USAA convince me to not cancel my renter's insurance because I was going.
You were gonna cancel it?
I was going on deployment. I was like,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't even have items really. And she was like, well, you know, it's really only $30 a month and it will protect your items all the time and blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right. And I've used it twice in the past year. I was like, thank you, lady. Bless.
Yeah.
I was like, bless you.
She had like
Have a
a
blessed
foreseen
day.
of a
I know.
flesh. She's
Well,
like,
she was probably just trying to keep me on because that's
Yeah.
how they do business. But it is
probably got a little
out.
commission for that.
Oh yeah, I ate shit. The first time it flooded, I fell and ate shit and like ruined my laptop. And
Was that when the waves were coming over?
yes, because it was crazy.
Damn.
Not ideal.
We had our last apartment. Remember I was telling you this is our second place.
Yeah.
The first one, some lady tried to burn down the building. Yeah. And so like when the fire department came, there was water damage because they were like spraying the whole building.
That sucks.
And so like our stuff got ruined. And so my wife was on the phone with the insurance. And she's like, well, what did you have in there? She's like, well, we had a TV, you know, a couch. And she was like, okay, you know, we're going to send you a check.
Wow, that's so nice.
I was like, thank God.
My girl was like, all right, I need receipts for everything in there. I was like, okay, well, I bought this in person a few years ago. Like, I don't have a receipt for it. She's like, well, how am I going to know that you own it then? I was like,
oh my God.
Because it's in my garage. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
You can't just take a picture and send it to them?
I did. And she was like, well, I need receipts for everything. And I was like,
who keeps receipts?
Who keeps receipts?
That's a loophole for them for sure.
I know. And that's why I'm like, I will only accept email receipts forever because paper receipts are for the birds. You can always search in your email.
That's true.
Yeah.
Unless you go into like your bank, but then 2 years back.
No, you can't even do that because they need an itemized receipt.
Oh.
Yeah, so even if you had like Amex charge, whatever, this shit's not happening.
Oh, you're right, man.
Yeah,
I always get the email too because I don't want paper.
Yeah. And it's like I have my own coaching business, which is awesome. And it's really cool because as a content creator, social media, whatever, you can claim like weird shit.
Yeah.
So
lunches.
So I buy like everything fitness related on Amazon, or I try to do it in that way. Because then I can just look back because I will not be fucked by the IRS. Like if I don't have an Amazon receipt for it, like I'm not claiming it. Because in high school, my friends' parents, they were in prison for tax fraud, and I'm so scared that I'll go
doing like real
tax fraud on accident. Like, what if I do my taxes wrong? I'm going to jail. I'm gonna miss my child's life. I don't even have a child, but what if I did?
You even have a kid?
What if I did?
And then they take you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like taxes feels so stressful in the piece. I'm like, I always hire someone. What if they did it wrong? Am I held accountable for that? I don't know.
I always think it's funny when like I even see like videos on TikTok and I'm like, please, for the love of God, stop showing how much money you make, especially like cash people.
Oh,
like,
you idiots.
Like, you think the IRS doesn't have social media? You think the IRS is dumb? Like, why are you trying to outsmart the feds?
Gonna get you.
Like, they want their money. Like, this is like the one area they're serious about. Like, stop trying to be smarter than the IRS. You just graduated high school. Like, you barely graduated high school. You think you're smarter than the feds. Let's be for real.
I feel like the dumber you are, the smarter you think you are. It's tragic.
The dumber ones think they're the smartest people in the room.
Yeah, and people who are actually intelligent realize there's so much left to learn about everything. How could you possibly be smart?
Smarter than
anyone, yeah.
So I think it's so ridiculous. I'm like, look, just pay my taxes. Go to a guy, he does them.
I know.
How much do I owe every year?
I know. Well, I got a refund last year. I was like, Barbershop caller, let's go. It went straight to savings, but I was excited about it.
You're financially smart.
I try.
Was that like some of your parents taught you?
No, well, kind of. My parents have been divorced, I think, 8 times each, like across.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like my mom's been divorced
multiples?
a few times.
Damn.
My dad rotates women like it's his job. So I think that I'm very driven to be financially independent.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not gonna rely on a man for money, period. Like, even if I can emotionally rely on you, I'm gonna be able to take care of myself. If you want to provide, hell yeah, love that lifestyle, love that. But like, I don't ever want to need
a man
or accept less than I deserve because I need money. Sad. Also,
hey, tell them.
Yeah, like,
for the women in the back.
I also like love to work. Some people really don't love to work, but I find it to be very fulfilling to monetize your passions. So the things that I make money from, I'm very passionate about, like coaching. Like, I just love helping people, and I used to do it for free, but then the demand was too high, so then I started charging, and now it's like
some fall off.
Yeah, now it's like a great side hustle that benefits me financially, and usually I take that money and reinvest it into my education so I can be a better coach, or reinvest it into other things that like make me better, and then therefore can make other people better. And I think being in the military has just taught me like the value of time is money, right? Because they take so much of your time. I was deployed for like 11 months, no port visits, and I was like, because of COVID, we were like locked on the ship. It was very close to prison. It was crazy. It was
Very close, because they really do control.
Yeah, and we like
yeah.
we're supposed to go home, and they extended us 6 times, and that shit was traumatizing. Imagine like driving all the way, almost home. Okay, guys, turn back around. You're going to Somalia. Like, what the fuck, my God? And we didn't even see land. Okay, we were just off the coast. So people were like, "Oh, where'd you go on deployment?" I was like, "Well, like the coast of this, the ocean, just the ocean, really." So I think my long-term goals are definitely to like turn my passions into profitable things so that I can do that as my job. Just because I love the Navy so much and I love taking care of people, but I just don't think it's sustainable if you want to be a healthy person.
Like if physically or mentally?
Oh my God. Like, I don't think that it's normal to work from 6 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. like 5 days a week. And then also, by the way, you're going to have a work sleepover where you work 24 hours a day once every 5 days.
That's exhausting.
Dude. Literally, like, what? And like, I remember we were creating this watch schedule where we were having to stand up more watch standards because we were doing higher intensity evolutions. This was just for practice exercises. But in this watch schedule, these people would be standing watch for 6 hours straight, get off watch for 3 hours, and then stand 6 hours straight again. And then I was like, brought up to our XL, I was like, okay, sir, like if we're going to plan for this, like we should plan a rotation where these people can get food, you know, where they can have 15 minutes to eat before they continue to stand their watch, because otherwise they're going to miss 2 out of the 3 meals of the day, because usually with the watch schedule you'll miss like 1 out of 3 meals, and that's fine because you can just have snacks or whatever. Missing 2 out of 3 is a big deal. Like I bulked into deployment, I think I got to 180, left deployment 155.
Fuck.
Yeah, after trying really hard to maintain that weight, right? So you're not getting the nutrients, you're not getting sleep. And he literally told me, he like laughed in my face and was like, well, sometimes like you just have to go without sleep. This is the military. And I was like, like, well, this is unsustainable. Like, what are you talking about? We're human beings. Like, we need sleep, food. And I understand sometimes you got to push, right? And I get that. And sometimes you don't get to eat, and sometimes you don't get to sleep. But why are we failing to prepare when we are not in a wartime? Why we're not at war right now? We're in a training exercise. So why are you going to push your people to the limits during this training exercise? Not for the purpose of the exercise, but because you are too simple-minded to figure out a plan that gets people fucking food 2 out of 3 times a day. That type of mentality from leaders is
baffling.
Yeah, and that's why
they were taught that.
That's not leadership to me. Like, leadership is taking care of your people and accomplishing the mission, right? Like, and the more, I feel like the more you take care of your people, the better they will accomplish that mission for you. You don't have to beg them. You don't have to beg them to do their job, because they are inspired by you. They have the things that they need to be successful in their job, and they're motivated, and they have their human basic needs, which I understand in the military you don't always get, but like, it says for long term, you should be getting them more than less. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's very important to be like a good like work-life balance.
Yeah.
Like once you're off work, you're off work.
Yeah, but that's not me right now. Once I'm off work, I'm working.
Oh.
Like I wake up at 4:45, coaching. Eesh. Yeah, coach during lunch.
Is it in-person coaching?
Coach after work. No, online. Which I think has better ROI for both the client and the coach.
Really?
Because when you hire an in-person personal trainer, what do you do when you're lifting? You lift for fucking 30 seconds, then you rest for a minute and a half. Then you lift for 30 seconds, then you rest for a minute and a half. So you're paying someone to rest with you for like 2/3 of your workout, versus online coaching. I think is sick if you have a good coach who actually cares, because when you take videos of your lift, then I spend a minute looking at your lift, send you feedback, whether that's like through text, phone, whatever. If I need to FaceTime you because you're not getting the concept, awesome. But I'm just looking at your lifts. I'm giving you that feedback. You can apply it to your next lift. Like, you're not paying me to sit around, and I'm not wasting hours of my life sitting around, because in person charges more because they're charging for their time, right? Yeah. Whereas I can do way more with my clients in an hour than an in-person personal trainer could, because they're sitting watching you sit on your ass for 2/3 of the workout.
Are you coaching powerlifting?
Yeah, I coach power building specifically, or lifestyle clients, or people who want to get fit for the military.
Oh, like a specific
Yeah, so like if you need to be like
specific,
better at running or better at overall strength, it's like strength training generally, and powerlifting is more specific, more niche. But I love lifestyle clients because you can do so much with them. Like they start, oh, I don't like working out, or oh, I don't know what is a macro. And so like being able to teach people just the basics of how their body works so that they can, you know, really have the body that they want and feel good, that's like life changing, and that makes me really feel fulfilled.
That's dope.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to build your following to where it's at now?
Well, I did social media in college, actually. I was so inspired by Meg Squats. Yeah, she's like this incredible woman. She's just so kind and so smart and just has the cutest videos. And I was like, oh, I want to be like her. So I made a little fitness Instagram, and I built it up to like 20K, which was kind of a lot back then when people weren't doing content. But I deleted it because my ex was kind of crazy, and he was like, "You're cheating on me. Too much attention. You're cheating on me. All these followers." He actually was cheating on me, so that's. I was like, yeah.
It's usually like the reflection. Huh?
Yeah.
Why is that saying like 100? It's like always like 100%.
Because I feel like you see in other people what you see, or like or don't like about yourself. I feel like when you hate on other people, it's just the things that you hate about yourself reflecting in other people. I don't know. Learning that has been big for me. But anyways, I deleted that Instagram because I was like, no, like I love you way more than I love this Instagram. Like I don't give a fuck, right?
Damn.
And then I recreated it last year, 2 years ago, and I think that definitely knowing like how to make content helped me grow a little faster than if I started actually fresh. You know what I mean? Which is why I mentioned that prior time.
I feel like the fitness community, the fitness community really supports each other. Because you see those pages kind of like blow up pretty quick, and especially like girls who like lifting, and they see somebody like, because you're pretty like jacked, you know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
My hire her to be a bodyguard from now on.
Oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
So like you're like built like, so I'm pretty sure like, oh, that's inspiring. I'm gonna follow her.
Well, I think it's really awesome because back when I was powerlifting at the Naval Academy, there was one other girl on my team 1 year, and then for the rest of the time it was like just me. And then I think by my senior year other girls had joined, which was awesome. But I just think I remember distinctly like my first time in the gym being so fucking uncomfortable on the boys side, on the weight side, because I didn't know what I was doing and all this stuff. And luckily I had a friend, Nick, who taught me the basics, and he got me comfortable enough to be over there. And like I would just ask all the dudes for advice and all this stuff, and I thankfully went to a school where the dudes were awesome and they were so supportive, and they really taught me everything that they knew. But women in the fitness, the weight environment was not a thing. And so to see all these women now like making Instagram pages about it, I feel like makes other women more comfortable to be in that space, in what has traditionally been like a male dominated space. I love it. I love cute outfits. Like I love people have their hair all cute. Like I love bringing femininity into the fitness space. Like obviously there's a line between showmanship and feeling yourself. I think
I was just gonna like, you see the girls are like, sometimes like, all right, like
sometimes I feel like
a lot.
Content creators do things in public that are disruptive to
the ultimate goal,
to the public space. I don't think it's women. I think it's people. Sometimes content creators take it too far where they are disrupting what is a publicly enjoyed space, and that's when you have taken it too far for the bit. I don't think that women,
I meant like, I'm sorry,
looking cute in the gym is problematic in any way. I do think people doing stunts in the gym, like that are obscene, while other people are just trying to get a workout in, or people being shitty about their tripods. You know what I mean? Like, don't walk in front of my camera. This is a public space.
I've never witnessed it.
Oh yeah, some people are real salty.
I usually, whenever I see, I would like somebody like setting up their thing, and I think I'm gonna be in the background, I'll move.
Yeah, because
I'll
that's
let them
nice.
Finish,
that's respectful. Then, that's kind, right?
They press pause, and then I do my say whatever.
Yeah, but sometimes you like don't see a tripod, and that's not your. It's not your responsibility to be on the hunt as a public citizen looking for tripods. Like you're just trying to get a lift in, whatever. It's
a funny space sometimes. Something you have to get used to. Like you're for sure gonna be in somebody's background.
Oh yeah.
Eventually. So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for people who like. I feel like there are people who are so self-conscious that they really don't want to be
in the background,
photographed or videoed, and that sucks. like I feel bad for them who like accidentally get captured, but also it's never that deep.
Yeah, no.
I just don't think like I could look ugly as hell right now on the internet forever. I don't care because there are other days where I look great. So like, I don't know. I think it's good to show people good with the bad because you're just more human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And besides, like, usually who's looking at I mean, there is some people who will, like, focus in on the background. But for the most part, they're just looking at whoever is...
There's this one bench video I had go viral. And this guy in the background was, like, sniffing his armpit. And the internet loved it. The internet loved it. He was just, like... I was like, poor guy.
Just
like,
minding his business.
Oh, I feel so bad. I was like, I'm sorry, guy. I didn't even notice when I posted the video. And then the internet's like, that guy's really enjoying his armpit. I was like, oh my God.
We got Katy over here lifting that weight.
I was like, I'm just trying to show off my set, my guy.
I was going to ask you, how do you feel? I see it all the time, like the powerlifting videos, mainly like the women powerlifters.
Yeah.
Who, when they bench, they have that huge arch.
Yeah.
And then the comments, not one rep was done.
Yeah.
How do you, like...
Well, I understand because before I started powerlifting, I was like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What the hell?
Is it uncomfortable?
No, not at all. Because like you can't arch more than you can arch, right?
Right.
So
but some people got.
You don't actually try.
St. Louis arch.
Yeah, you don't try to arch. You actually just pin your rear delts and then use leg drive, which forces your ribs up, if that makes sense. I think of it. Oh, sorry. You make like a little mountain with this part where you touch the bar. So you're trying to decline your chest area like this by pinning your rear delts. And then you use leg drive to push like this so that your touch point is higher.
Right.
And also in this way, the more your decline, the more lats you can use, the more back you can yeah, you're using more muscles. So it's not just when you bench flat, you use your upper chest, your like middle chest, pecs, whatever. And your front delts, a lot of front delt. And it actually can place a lot of strain on your front delt because your front delt's so baby. It's so cute, so tiny, you know? And so being able to arch, it really helps you activate like way more muscles. And a lot of people are like, oh, that doesn't build your chest. Honey, I have pecs of steel, okay? Like I can flex these motherfuckers like they are big, okay? And it's because when you lift with the arch, you can load it more because you're using more muscles. When you load it more, you're producing more muscle stimulus, right? So say I'm not isolating my chest muscles nearly as much, right? And I'm doing 100 pounds and say 100 pounds is going all to my chest. Again, great, whatever. But if I arch, I can bench 300 pounds. So maybe not all of that stimulus is going right to my chest, but now I'm loading it heavier. So it will produce similar, you know what I'm saying?
And
stimulus.
Plus, like, the point is to lift.
That's what I'm saying. People are so mad when people are following the rules. Like, oh, that doesn't count. It counts in competition. Like, you think people give a shit what you think? Some random person on the internet? If you have time to hate, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser because not only are you not nice and you're not spreading kindness throughout the world, but you have the free time to take out of your day to go spread ugly sadness. That's gross to me, and I just don't respect people who do that. So I'm just like, I don't respect your opinion. Therefore, don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel exactly. So I'm a football fan.
Yeah.
And so I've had friends who are not football fans, like try to talk shit about the team I like, and it doesn't faze me one bit because they don't know shit about football.
Yeah.
So like it's like your opinion has no weight to it, nothing. You're just speaking words to try to get under my skin, and it's not gonna work.
Facts. And I think it's really hard to hate things that you fully understand.
Right.
Because
then you appreciate it.
There's a sense of empathy there. Even if you don't care for it, there's a sense of empathy for whatever it is, whoever it is. You know what I mean? You can't hate something when you fully understand it because what have you ever fully understood in your life that you're like, I hate that thing? You know what I mean? Like, powerlifting is like a sport that doesn't affect you. Why would you? At all. Why would you hate it?
It doesn't even affect your favorite powerlifter.
Why are you hating something that makes other people happy? Yeah. Why do you care? Weird.
The internet. I was just telling one of the last guests, like, I feel like there's like a people's goal is to have the meanest comment with like the most likes
because they seek validation through other people liking their hateful shit.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's boring. It's sad.
A lot of people, like, I think accuse content creators of posting for validation. And I'm like,
I mean, there could be two things true at the same time. Some, sure. I'm sure some do.
But I'm like, do you understand that this is marketing is one of the most well paid out businesses in the world? Like, I didn't start my Instagram to make money. I did it to help inspire people and have them follow along my journey, right? But Cash Money, fucking great side hustle.
Yeah.
Amazing to be able to monetize something I was going to do anyway and that other people find joy in and that you can turn into a job. That's so cool. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
This world.
Validation who? I'm making money. Like, yeah. But I think.
Wipe your tears with the.
I know. One thing that really helped me visualize making money from haters too was the Elvis movie. Did you see it?
The new one?
Yeah. In the Elvis movie, not the one that's like Priscilla, but the
newest one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Elvis movie, his manager makes like I love Elvis buttons and I hate Elvis buttons.
And I hate Elvis sold more?
And he was like, why didn't you make this I hate Elvis button? What the hell? And he's like, if people are going to hate on you, don't let them do it for free. You know what I mean?
Fucking smart.
And when people hate in your comments, that drives engagement, which pushes your video to more people, which makes you more money. Don't let them hate for free. They're not hating for free.
Also, you I'm not saying you like ask for it, but you welcome it. You're like, go ahead, whatever. Fill the comment section with your silly
I'll be
shit.
straight. Like, I don't read most of my comments.
Oh, for
when do I fucking have time for that?
That's true.
When do I have time for that? I have a full-time job doing this shit on the side.
Plus editing.
Yeah.
Takes so much time.
Making content does take some time. I do love it. I have a dog. I have friends. I have a family. Like,
yeah.
You think I have nothing better to do
Swimming with sharks.
Read my Instagram comments to see what other people think about me? I don't give a shit. I post whatever. If you like it, great. If you don't, okay, don't follow me.
Yeah.
You know?
But they still do.
Yeah.
I got it.
The haters, that's funny when the haters follow you.
And like hate daily.
Oh, yeah. And it's like if someone has really been nagging and really posting ugly stuff or like hateful stuff to people I know, block. It's so easy. Block.
That block button, beautiful.
I know. I wish you had that in real life.
Right?
Block. Oh, your energy sucks. Block. Like,
and then you just don't see them.
It's the most stunning feature.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not disrespected in real life.
Oh, that's good. Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
It's always.
I got pythons. You're not disrespecting me. No shot. Not to
my
face. Not to my face.
She can't even fit through. I had to like side her lats didn't fit through the door and shit.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Like, I was like, hey.
Yeah, I should have worn like a tank top.
From behind, she looked like the head of a cobra snake.
Yeah, at Katy Lifts on Instagram. Look at me, because I swear I'm kind of big.
Nah, you
under here.
You swole.
Thank you.
Yeah, props to you, because I was like, damn, she buff.
Yeah,
can I ask you? Are you natty?
Yes.
You have to be.
Well, I'm in the military.
That's why. That's what I meant. Like,
I'm not like against not being natty.
Right.
But I mean, when I was powerlifting, they test you for everything, and I competed in a natty federation, and I really did think about like taking stuff for a long time.
What's the woman, like the more woman, Anavar? Anavar?
Yeah.
That's like usually the one that women take, right?
Yeah, but I was not, the women who do steroids in powerlifting do like a lot of steroids in powerlifting, and they have a physique which I don't think is the physique that I want. It's just very, very muscular, and I was unwilling to take the amount of drugs that they took to get to that level. And because my bench is like dummy fucking good relative to my other lifts, you know, which are very mid in my opinion, I don't think it was like worth giving it up. Now that I'm bodybuilding, maybe one day when I'm out of the Navy, maybe, but we'll see. Well, like, you're not allowed to do any of that in the military, and they test you for it.
I was going to say, they probably test you
very consistently. Yeah.
But for, not even for steroids, but for just drugs in general.
Oh, for everything, yeah.
Yeah. Do they...
You are owned by the government.
Yeah. You're their property, for sure. Until they say...
Otherwise.
Yes. Until the contract's up.
Facts.
And then they're like super nice.
Plus, I want to have kids one day, too, so...
Can it affect you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, yes. Some people are like... I think the word is virilization. They are just basically...
Like chemically castrated?
They start to turn into a man and lose their ability to reproduce.
Damn, that's scary.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
If you want that. Some people don't care. So, and that's their passion. And I fully support that. Like, follow your dreams, bitch. Like, if you want to live if you want to cut years off your life to pursue your passion, I think that's a way better way to live than living a life that you are uninspired by.
And live longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary because you see, like, you hear all these like bodybuilders or powerlifters who do take steroids.
Yeah.
And then they die suddenly. You're like, damn, was it? Like, I would wonder if you had one question, like, was it worth it?
I would say, like, people don't understand, like, people who are big as fuck, built like just absolute hulks. People who are the average gym goer or the casual gym goer loves to be like, that's not healthy, blah, blah, blah. You don't fucking do bodybuilding or powerlifting at that level to be healthy. You do it because you love it and you can't breathe without it. I couldn't breathe without powerlifting. It felt like I couldn't fucking breathe.
So like missing a day of the gym was
like everything else comes behind it. I don't care what it is, whether it's holiday dinners, like family events, like I don't give a fuck. I need this to feel okay. Like I love it. Yeah. And I don't know, like people are like, oh, that's not healthy or you're addicted. Like shit, no shit. Duh. Yes. Like duh.
I have a problem. Yeah, I am aware of that.
Like it's not the worst problem to have, but it's definitely like an addiction.
Of addictions is not the worst.
Like, oh, I'm addicted to lifting weights. Like, oh, boo-hoo. It's not gonna land me in jail.
That's true.
I don't know.
You're not gonna find yourself prostituting yourself.
Yeah, so like weights. It's not surprising when those people who love this more than anything in the world do drugs to enhance their ability to continue to do that thing better or at a higher level. You know what I mean? I'm just like, y'all are so stupid. It's not healthy. Duh.
But would you think people who are addicted like that should seek some help? If you're addicted to anything,
I think everyone should seek some help.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think everyone should seek some help. 100%. But I also think that people who are a little unwell and use that to drive their progress, like for example, David Goggins, he is fucked in the head for sure, 100%.
100%.
Right? But he's incredible and he inspires so many. So is it necessarily bad that he has this fucking insane mentality where he runs until he's pissing blood?
With no knee card.
Yeah. Is it a detriment to the world or is it a positive? Is it a detriment to him? I feel like only he could answer that.
Yeah.
I just feel like people are really concerned about everyone else and not so concerned about themselves. Like, if you feel like you need to get help for sure. I'm in therapy because I love to optimize my health, and I've had some fuck shit happen in my life that I want to recover from and be as healthy and positive and like productive member of society as I can be. And lack of self-control inhibits that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even emotional dysregulation, it will inhibit your ability to be positive on the world. So that's why I go. I think everyone should go though. Everyone could benefit from it, even if you don't have big struggles in your life. Because this is the thing, like, you want to be really fit, you hire a fitness coach. You want to be smarter, you go to college. Like, you want to improve your resiliency techniques or your like capability of handling stress, you go to a therapist. That's the whole point. And I think it has such a negative rap because you only go to therapy if you're fucked up. Well, why couldn't you go to therapy to improve yourself? Just like you go to a fitness trainer to improve yourself. You don't have to be horrible to want to improve. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had a guest on, shout out to JD. He, I was telling him, I'm like, oh, Christian churches usually full of hypocrites. He's like, yeah, that's where they need to be. And I was like, oh, damn, I never thought about it like that. He's like, sinners, that's where they need to be. Like, if you're sick, you go to the doctor. If you want to lose weight, you go to the gym. If you're not living the life correctly, you should be in church.
That's where you learn.
And I was like, damn, bro, that's so fucking true. Because I never thought about it. I was just like, dude, that church is like full of hypocrites and like sinner. And he's like, yeah, that's where they need to be.
You're not wrong.
And I was like, man, you are 100% right, man.
Yeah, that's a really hot take. I love it.
Yeah. So he got me on that. I was like, damn, bro.
Got his ass.
Yeah, I was like, he got me, bro. But it made sense when he broke it down like that. And like you were saying, like, you know, like you should go to seek therapy if you need some help getting over some bumps or whatever. Because we're all just relative, right? Like we all have like our own thing going on. And
oh, totally.
What one person could be worse, but it could be just as bad to them. So
I feel like people's early childhood traumas shape their capability of handling later in life traumas. Like if you think it's traumatic that your boss yelled at you, you probably have like a real nice life growing up, right? Which is good for you.
Like nobody yelled at you.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, my boss yelled at me. Cool. Welcome to a Tuesday in my house. Like, what the fuck? Like,
my mom still yells at me. What are you
that's
talking
what
about?
I'm saying. Like, especially I feel like if you're a Latino in any way, it's just part of your culture.
Yeah, yelling.
You're just passionately talking.
Yeah, they yell at you, just like
You're
stop
just
yelling,
talking.
and my mom would be like, "I'm not yelling." I'm like,
my god,
voices here. Like,
I was so obsessed with the Chancla videos on TikTok for so long. That was like, made me so happy to see that. Their accuracy was crazy.
Are you having some Latin?
I'm Italian, but
okay. It's the same thing.
Yeah, both my parents worked a lot growing up, so I always had Spanish nannies. My sister's first word was agua.
Agua?
Yeah, so like I used to dream and think in Spanish. I've lost it a lot now because I don't anymore, but I can understand it quite well. Cool. Yeah. So I'm not Latina in any way, really, but I do.
But you invited to
I feel it a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Italians, I mean, they're not too far off.
Not too far.
You know, they got the passionate,
the spice,
the family, the yelling.
Yeah.
The food is good.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't think we're too far off from being Latin and then
we're just
Italian.
Cultured in any way possible.
Yeah. But yeah, that's true. People who yell and can't handle it's like, what you mean? Like,
yeah, because to you it's like whatever. It's just whatever, and to other people, it's very upsetting to them because they have not had worse shit. And I'm not saying I wish worse shit about anyone, but I think it is definitely hard.
I feel like
it's hard to interact with people who have not had life-changing, perspective-giving events happen in their life. Because everything's dramatic. Everything's a trauma.
It's like some people you could tell you're like, you've never been punched in the face.
Dude. It just, I feel like, makes the word trauma less effective. It just is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these micro traumas that are going around, they're legit. They're legit. But I feel like, does it de-emphasize someone getting like beaten and murdered? That's traumatic.
Right. Or seeing that.
Yeah.
Is traumatic.
Like that's traumatic. War, that's traumatic. And
your boss yelling at you?
Yeah. Like
it can be, but it's at the bottom of the.
That's like not cool, not great,
not nice.
Is it trauma? Is it? I mean, maybe I guess if it's on a consistent
basis.
If
that's their word, imagine if that's like their worst.
I feel like
traumatic experience.
Devalues the word is what I'm trying to say.
What an amazing life you had if that's like your.
Dude.
You're going to therapy because your boss yelled at you?
Bro.
Your therapist's going to be like...
Live, laugh, love. I would love that life.
For some of the things you hear about, it goes back to like, not being a bitch.
I know.
You'll be all right. Builds character.
My mom
heartbreaks.
My mom accidentally ran over my guitar. I like put my backpack behind her car when I was younger to take it to show and tell. And she ran that shit over because she backed over it because I didn't tell her it was behind the car to put in the trunk. And she was like, it was mangled. It was torn to pieces. And she's like, has so much character. So every time someone's like, it builds character, I just think of my poor fucked up guitar.
And if we think about it, that's really your fault. Because why would you put it behind the car?
Okay, to be fair,
she didn't yell at you for that?
I wasn't big enough to put it in the car.
Oh, okay.
And quite consistently, she did put it in the car for me. But I just forgot to tell her that time. Yeah.
My mom for sure would have yelled at me for that.
Oh, yeah.
One time, I parked behind her, and she hit me. She backed into my car and yelled at me, and I was like, you didn't see the car behind you.
Oh my God.
And she's like, why would you park there? I was like, you have a mirror for that reason.
For that reason.
And she like, no, when I'm not back down was 100% my fault.
That's hilarious.
And I was like,
your mom sounds great. One time I was driving my husband's car, like trying to back it out of our driveway or whatever. And my husband was in the U-Haul full of our stuff. And he's sitting in the U-Haul and I backed his car into that fucking U-Haul while he watched it happen too. Oh God. Oh my God. It's such a hard L. Just, you know what I mean?
And then you hit the U-Haul.
That car it was not good.
Yeah. Cause like if you hit your car, you're like, well, that was dumb, but mine.
I backed,
mine.
He watched as I backed his car into this U-Haul that he literally was sitting in. That's just rough. You can't even What are you gonna
He didn't
deny?
honk,
You
nothing?
can't even like describe the situation like, oh well, it was like this and it was so much worse. Like I was just backing up and he doesn't have a rear view camera. And I always drive with the rear view camera. I'm like,
First world problems.
I have no depth perception. What are you talking about? Like, I don't know how fat your car is. I don't know how long it is. I didn't hit it like fast, but it was.
But you hit it.
It was a chunk. It was a dent.
That must have been costly on 2 sides.
Dude, he didn't fix it. It was a beater car.
Oh, okay.
Thank God, right? Thank God.
Did you damage the U-Haul?
No, that U-Haul was good to go.
Yeah, those things are made out of like
they're tough.
indestructible.
They're tough.
There was one parked outside on where my mom used to live,
Yeah.
and it's on the street. So she lived right like on the street, you know, like on the corner.
Oh,
And
like-
in the middle of the night, a girl ran into it, and like if there was a passenger or behind in the back passenger, they would have been dead.
Oh my God.
Like the way she like destroyed half her car.
Holy shit.
The U-Haul was just
Good to go. Fine.
good to go.
They're amazing.
Yeah, those
It's
things
good.
are like
That's why I never get the
tanks.
insurance for them. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're trying to rip me off.
They're like,
know
oh,
you're
what
gonna
if you
be
scratch
fine.
it? Stop. They're full
In
of
what
scratches.
world?
Yeah.
In what world?
What am I hitting?
Facts with the U-Haul. That's
What's scratching a U-Haul? Be for real.
another U-Haul.
Yeah. An airstrike.
Just on accident. Wish I got the insurance.
Damn. I didn't know they were going to attack us today.
That's tough. I'm like getting so distracted by all your cool items.
Oh, I'm
in here.
sorry.
Like, is that shoe a candle? Because I need that.
Yes.
Where did you get that?
That one is from a company in LA. That was a Christmas gift.
I love
But this
that.
one here is a local. And so is this one.
Wow.
The SD.
I love candles. You never lit them though. They're just for decor.
Yeah, these are just for decor.
I keep candles lit.
Yeah,
I
I
love-
have one lit. You don't smell it?
Well, I'm stuck.
Oh, yeah, you're stuffy.
Yeah. I'm just like, I would love to light that candle in my house.
Yeah. I love candles. That's our thing.
I love J's.
J's, you like J's?
Yeah.
Okay, sneakerhead.
That's all I work out in.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
They're too uncomfortable for me, and I don't want to fuck them up at the
In
gym.
what world?
I feel like I fuck up. I wear Vans.
Yeah.
I destroy Vans at the gym. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not doing this shit to my J's.
Well, I feel like as a woman, I'm not going to wear J's out,
Oh, okay.
you know, but I love them because it's like pieces of modern art that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
wear. It's so cool. I love it. It's beautiful.
Do you get compliments on your J's
Yeah.
at the gym?
Yeah.
What gym do you go to?
I go to Compound.
Where's that at? MPB?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Ish.
didn't know that. Ish?
Yeah.
In
I don't
that
know.
in that vicinity?
Yeah. IVO.
Oh,
sure.
okay. Is that the only gym you go to?
Sometimes I'll go to TG. Sometimes I go to STS, which is like the sick powerlifting gym. It's new. It's in Kearney Mesa. Owner is awesome, amazing, and like all the people there are really cool.
Have you ever tried CrossFit?
Okay. All right. Did Christina tell you my feelings about CrossFit?
No, but I'm pretty sure we share them.
My
I hate
guy,
that shit.
I fucking it just
With their
I am-
fucking weird pull-ups.
I'm so happy. So the weird pull-ups are just like the powerlifting arch, right? Don't hate on what you can't
Oh,
understand.
really?
Yes, because they can do it in CrossFit.
Yes,
So why
you're
you
right.
hating?
Yeah.
Why you hating?
Yeah.
Right?
Hot hating.
My thing is, if you do CrossFit, good for you. So happy you found something that you love. My personal take on the whole sport is, why did you turn lifting into cardio? Why did you take something that was so
Something so
beautiful,
beautiful.
and taint it with your
Yeah.
disgusting high rep bullshit? And it's all for the challenge, right? But this is my thing about CrossFit too, is you do a WOD, right? You do hella random workouts. You're doing burpees. You're doing weird
Jump
shit.
rope.
It's different every day. There's no way to progress in any of those skills linearly, besides like maybe your cardio improvement and overall strength if you've never worked out before. But if I'm doing a different fucking workout every single day, I'm not how are you going to track your progress on squats or pull-ups or anything? Like, I think WODs, I have an issue with WODs.
What's
CrossFit?
WODs?
That's like workout of the day where, you know, you sign up for a CrossFit gym and they just put this workout on the wall that,
Oh, and you just follow
and
that.
then you just do it, right? There's usually no form technique work with those people. And I do take issue with that, because when you're lifting at a high pace with like any amount of weight, you do open yourself up to injury. But then again, not my fucking problem, because I'm not doing CrossFit ever.
I
No.
won't comment it, but I'll think it.
CrossFit Games though, badass. But a lot of those athletes funnel in from track, funnel in from powerlifting. They funnel in from other sports which makes them good at
that.
Yeah, because they already have the foundational skills. Like ollie lifting is crazy. That's like, I think, one of the hardest things that you could possibly do, because it's just so explosive. It's so fucking incredible. They do really well in CrossFit because they already have mastered the movements that you need to be good at CrossFit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the clean jerk, the lift, the Olympic one, I think it's cool. I like when they slow them down. Dude. And it's like but they're going underneath the bar and then they catch it and bring it up.
It's crazy.
Just the aesthetic of those videos, I like.
You like the slow-mo videos?
Yeah, I like this. Just because it looks dope, like how like the weight's being lifted.
Don't you? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. What would you say CrossFit is like good for? Like if you're gonna join the military?
I think CrossFit is good for people who like need to be around other people to be motivated, or like really don't like other forms of fitness. CrossFit for me is like a very like I would never recommend to anyone, I want to look a certain way, I want to be a certain way, I want to be fit. I would never be like, you should do CrossFit, unless they have tried everything else and really hate it, or they like need a group environment to be fit. CrossFit in my mind is like one level above Zumba in terms of how fit you're going to be after.
Including weights.
Yeah, like I don't think it's going to make you that I don't like the build that comes out. I don't think it's
like lean.
I don't know.
Somewhat muscular.
This is my thing. Like people that do CrossFit at an elite level, mad respect. Incredible. They're very skilled and they do things with progression in mind. Typical CrossFit gyms just have people who came from work and like fitness is not their career. And they just like don't really want to work out, but it's fun with their friends. And I fully support that.
Pushing them.
Yeah, I fully support that. Like if you hate working out and this gets you to go work out and better yourself, like fuck yeah. Which is why even though I would never do CrossFit, I would rather cut my fucking toe off. Like
I eat a jean jacket.
Like I fully support it as an endeavor because I'm so happy that it makes other people happy and it makes them fit. Because it's spreading goodness. You know what I mean? It's overall net positive to the world, so I'm into it.
I know you're married, but would you have dated like a CrossFit person? Shout out to your husband too. You know?
Only if they did not try to impose their beliefs on me.
That sounds like I'll date a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
As long as you don't knock on my fucking door on Sunday morning.
As long as you're not trying to get me to do a WOD with you, like we can vibe. Yeah.
You do your thing.
I used to date like exclusively dudes on steroids. Big dudes.
How was that?
Well, it was exciting. I'll tell you what. It was exciting.
Like dating the Mexican girl.
Yeah, like yes, yeah. It was a lot.
Very toxic.
And my husband, he actually was like my best friend on the ship for years, and he like works out, but he's not like a gym rat, I would say. And people are really surprised by that because I'm such a gym rat. But it's like been the best thing that's ever happened to me because he has different interests than me. Like the reason I started surfing is because he loves surfing, and I was like, oh, like, well, I want to do something together, so let me pick this up, and now I love it. Or like he always has the most fun things for us to do that I would never have thought of because I just think about the gym. You know, like it's all like playing trivia during the middle of the week. I was like, what the fuck? Like
what you mean we gotta pump iron?
I would never do that. And like it's not like I'm skipping the gym for it, but he's so fun. And we do a lot of
there's like
cool things.
Opposites.
Yeah, he loves like outdoorsy nature shit, so he'll get me to go on a hike occasionally. I think also hiking is kind of not good for it's not good fitness. It's great if you like hiking, but I don't think it makes you fitter to walk whatever.
To walk up
what the fuck, bro?
Weird little incline.
And I say this because I have done hiking adventures, okay? I went on a week-long hiking expedition, and then I went on a month-long hiking expedition. So I really gave it a shot, but I ended both experiences flubbier than ever. Like, my shoulders, my arms were
no
gone.
Definition.
God, fuck. I'm
muscle atrophy.
Oh, my God. And it's because I do want this specific look that is so unattractive to me to do, because I'm like, oh sweet, I'm gonna hike and burn all the calories that I just forced in my body. Like you see me repping these bites right now. I'm not trying to make that up later with all this added cardio, but the views are tight.
The views are beautiful.
I think a lot of people find peace in nature, and I find peace sitting at the beach
It's almost the same thing.
Like where I can just go home immediately
One has
after,
trees
where I
and the
can
other
shower. I love peace in my bath. With my noise canceling headphones and Spotify and candles and warm fuzzy blankets.
And the mountains are like, what's up with all these birds? Can you shut them up?
Oh my gosh.
Let me put my headphones on.
Yeah, you're like sleeping on rocks.
I can't do camping ever. No way.
I'm like hungry the whole time.
Hey, no, you mean I can't take a shower?
Food.
I can't take a hot shower? No, I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah, you're also gonna have to like squat the entire time you pee. I guess you're not.
I'll fucking wipe my ass with leaves and shit. We ain't doing that shit. I'm gonna get a rash.
I know.
Worst case scenarios
like
go through my head.
Poison ivy.
Yeah. The one time a bear shows up, of course.
I feel bad because I don't want to discourage people from hiking. Like, you should always try something once before you don't like it. But and if you do like hiking, power to you. Enjoy that nature because I won't be. Go ahead, King.
I used to do like the Cows Mountain, the potato chip.
Yeah, I've done cows.
I did all those cool little hikes, and then I went to Denver for work.
Yeah. And
one of my coworkers was gonna go hiking. I was like, let me go with you. She's like, yeah, come on. And it was like Black Bear Mountain. I was like, why do they call it that? She's like, because there's black bears here. And I was like, what?
Are you scared of bears like you are of sharks or less? I feel like you could definitely fight off a bear for sure.
No,
100%.
Ain't no man alive fighting off a bear and shit.
I feel like a small bear.
Maybe like a cub.
You could fuck no, not a cub, but like a smaller medium bear.
Like a small, maybe.
For sure.
Maybe I can at least.
You could definitely headlock that 100%.
No, but we went hiking. And I remember I was dying. I couldn't breathe. And she's like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "San Diego." She's like, "This is Denver. Like, you know how high you are?"
Oh, facts.
I was dying. I was like, dude, it wasn't even a hard. It was like, think of Torrey Pines.
Oh shit.
How it's not even. Yeah. You wouldn't even consider it a hike.
No. Like a walk.
A stroll down the beach. Outside. That's what it was like, and I was like, why am I like? My lungs were like coming out of my mouth, and she's like, the altitude. When did you get here? I was like, last night. She's like, man, what are you talking about? Like, why would you come to this?
Altitude blows my mind. Yeah. Just because it's something I never think about. But my sister went to school in Colorado, so when I went there, she had to think about it all the time because she went to like a military academy. She's in the Air Force.
Oh, damn.
And so she was telling me, she's like, Katy, these runs are crazy. Like, I'm trying to adjust and I'm dying.
Damn. Is that the only sibling?
She's my only full sibling, like I told you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Probably got
my dad has a harem. And on my mom's side, I have 2 stepbrothers who I'm like kind of close to. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
Are they all also military?
Yeah, they were enlisted.
The whole squad,
enlisted Marines. Oh yeah, everyone. My mom my
too?
stepdad, my regular dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of runs in our blood.
So you kind of like had to.
Well, I think that I just really strongly aligned with the values of the Navy, like honor, courage, and commitment, and how they value like leadership and being like fit physically and fit mentally, because I was raised with people who also have those values, which is why they did well in the military. My parents really emphasized that we didn't have to, but I don't know. I think it's a really beautiful thing to live a selfless life. And like, while the military is extremely difficult at times, I never finished a day being like, wow, I regret helping those people, or I regret giving my time so that other people could be free. You know what I mean? Like, you don't go to bed at night, like, feeling bad about the person that you are. I think it's so fulfilling in that way. And also, I think the opportunity to lead people and have a direct impact on people's lives. Like, I always try to spread positivity wherever I go and teach people things and, like, help them as much as I can personally with my own skills. And having sailors be like, ma'am, like, you saved my life. Like, because I would always teach them about fitness. I'm like, fun fitness fact for the day. Or like, here's what creatine does. There's just stupid stuff that I know about and I love that I can teach them about. Because like, you tell me, I'm not teaching them about rocket science, you know. Right. But like, I could teach them about some things that have made my life better. And this one kid came to me and he was like, you know, you told me that alcohol affects your workout recovery for 4 days after you drink it. And he was like, I was really struggling, and like, he was like an alcoholic and all this stuff. And he's like, but I started working out, and every night when I laid in bed and I wanted to drink, I just thought of what you said. And he was like, well, I don't want to ruin my workout for the day. So he literally like got sober because of something that I said at quarters in the morning. And that,
like, passing
Yeah, that like fills my heart up right to the top. So I don't know.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what kind of why
I just learned that drinking actually affects your immune system too.
How the fuck did you just learn that?
Why would I know that?
Fuck, it's poison. That's why it makes you feel funny.
Yeah, but like that you can get sick if you're like under the influence. I would have never thought that.
Working out also suppresses your immune system for like 4 hours. Eating sugar.
Yeah.
Yesterday was my cheat day and I had sugar, which is why I'm sick right now.
What did you have?
What didn't I have?
My
guy. Okay, let me just tell you, because I just kind of snacked on all these little things, but I had like an acai bowl. I'm allergic to gluten, which sucks. So I found this bakery.
Allergic to gluten.
I know, kill me right now. My tummy gets like pregnant. It hurts really bad. It's so bloated. So I had gluten-free chocolate muffin, gluten-free blueberry muffin. I found this like little chocolate pie that didn't have gluten. I was living. It was like so cute. It was like this big. I split it with Christina. She loved it too. And then I got In-N-Out. I had some froyo. I was living. And like I didn't eat a lot of each thing because I wanted to like just try it all, have a little sample.
How many calories did you say you killed yesterday?
4 grand. But like when I was powerlifting, I'd have like 4,500 calories, 35 to 45 a day. And it was horrible because like eating that much.
Like forcing yourself to eat that much?
Sucks. Especially because I eat really healthy most of the time.
Yeah.
Like fish and rice, beef and rice, vegetables.
And rice?
No, I'm allergic to chicken too.
You're allergic to chicken.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, I actually got this Everlywell health test done. I tell all my clients to do it too, because there are little things that cause inflammation in your body, and whether or not you are allergic, like breaking out into hives, having a rash, it causes inflammation in the body. So if you notice that you have brain fog after you eat certain foods, or you feel kind of hungover the day after you eat it, that's how I feel when I have gluten. Or like bell peppers, or even garlic. Fuck my life, right? And like,
dang, you're allergic to a lot.
I know. So I got the test done because I was noticing that pasta was really making my stomach hurt. And then to find out I was allergic to chicken, I was like, that makes so much sense, because I have always hated chicken. I hate it, but I would always eat it because it's good for the gains, right? But like, I think that in a way that was my body telling me like, hey, like our body does not vibe with this food. Stop. Because I've always just vibed me and steak like this.
Yeah.
Me and beef like
homies.
This. Oh, yeah.
I'm allergic. I found out, I don't think I'm allergic, but me and ground turkey don't get along.
Don't vibe.
That shit fucks my stomach up.
Yeah, it's probably poultry.
Every time.
You should get tested.
But chickens, I'm good on chicken. I've never.
You might be good on chicken.
Now that you brought it up.
Might be good on chicken. Because usually turkey and chicken are in the same family of poultry. I think it's like so cheap to get tested to know for the rest of your life what foods affect you.
That's true.
Like what? Why wouldn't you want to know that?
Like a one-time fee?
Yeah. I don't know.
But then there might be some foods I don't want to know I'm allergic to.
Yeah, facts. Well, the
like
thing
you tell
is,
me I'm allergic to pan, I'm gonna be really upset. And it's probably my number one nemesis.
Are you serious?
That's probably killing me. I love bread.
Dude, bread was my favorite food. That's why it was heartbreaking. Yeah. But it's like I didn't.
Oh, because gluten.
Yeah, I didn't stop eating it because I found out I was allergic. I stopped eating it because my body was like, bitch, stop eating bread right now.
Like, stop
it right now. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna hurt you.
Like bread and butter, you can't go wrong.
I know. Me and shit. Texas Roadhouse rolls. This only developed like 2 years ago. Damn. So before that,
you're smashing that shit.
You best believe. Yeah. You best believe. I could eat 3 baskets of bread at Texas Roadhouse. Like, it was casual. And then eat a steak.
Breadsticks.
Like, oh my God. Easy. Olive Garden. Dude, don't get me excited.
Throw them in the air. I'll eat them.
My mouth is watering right now. That's unfair.
Damn, that sucks. You know there's a gluten pizza place in Coronado?
Oh, yeah. Like, people are like, oh, you eat so healthy. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like literally allergic to anything that tastes good. But on days where I'm like cheat mealing, I'll eat a full pizza by myself.
Is it once a week?
No. Last time I got a cheat meal was like October.
God damn, you were due.
But over the Christmas holiday, like, he gave us a few, like, don't count the macros.
Coaches?
Yeah, but I usually eat pretty healthy just because I like the way it makes me feel. So I don't cheat meal, but lately I've just been in a big deficit, so I really needed to like refeed because it affects your hormones in a way that makes you like less hungry and keeps your metabolism high. So it's very intentional. It's very different than like binge eating. Like you're not just like, oh, snacks, carbs, cookies, whatever. It's intentional refilling up all your muscles with like glycogen and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Look at that. Would you you would have to date like, I wanted to go back to, you said you used to date like the big steroid dudes and shit. Yeah. I had a friend who was married to a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And she said that when he was like in prep, it was like the worst time of like their relationship because the mood swing.
You're so hungry.
You're hungry, and then the steroids.
Oh yeah, I'm not even in prep, and I'm like hungry,
starving.
Yeah, I'm like, my husband's stationed in Japan, and I'm low key grateful because I'm like
be fighting with them.
I'm kind of hungry. I don't think I would fight, but I'm just definitely not my best self when I'm hungry.
Does he encourage it, or does he like, come on, babe, just have?
Oh no, he 100% encourages me.
Okay,
thank God. But I also wouldn't be with someone who didn't.
No, I'm sorry. I meant like, does he like help you stay focused, or does he sometimes be like, just have this?
Oh yeah,
just have this meal outside your macros.
I literally would never be with someone who was like that, who was like, oh, it's just blah blah. Because when I have a goal,
it should be their goal.
I'm committing 100%. Everything that I do will be to get that goal. And if you can't respect that enough to not distract me from that, I feel like that's disrespectful to me, like to who I am as a person. I did date a man briefly who was like, oh, skip the gym to hang out. He said that shit once, and I was like,
done.
Bye.
Blocked.
So nice to meet you. Like, get the fuck out of town.
Now, would you feel that way?
Oh my God, yeah. Because that's something that I love.
Gym is for real.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that you should ever sacrifice anything that's a big part of who you are to be with someone else.
Not even like a one-off?
No, fuck that.
Like zero room for
you'll laugh
compromise.
So hard at this. I was late to the date that I had with Greg.
Your husband?
Yeah, when he was gonna propose to me. I was late. Why?
You were at the gym?
I was at the gym. I was almost
you got
late
that with
to
the
our
sweet pump though.
To our wedding. I was almost late to our wedding.
You did not go lift on the day
because
of your
I was
wedding.
at the gym. I was at the gym all morning, and it was the best day of my entire life. I was so happy. I lifted. I got ready real quick because I was running late. We went to the court. It was such a it was my ideal day. But like, I am a better person when I work out because that shit makes me so happy. So if you try to take that from me, why would you take my happiness?
Divorce.
Yeah. Like, you can try, but you're not going to, because I just like, I don't know. You have to be your own person. They have to be their own person. Like, he loves football. I would never be like, skip a Ravens game to hang out with me, when I could just hang out with him other time, or I can support him and cheer on the Ravens. Even though I really don't care, but I do care, because if the Ravens win, that deeply affects my life. You know what I mean? Because he's sad. Like, if they lose, he's like kind of sad. And I'm like, oh, darn it.
I'm a 49er fan.
Yeah.
And not last year, 2 years ago, they were playing to get into the playoffs. So they had to win to make it, the last game of the year.
Right.
And friends were like, yo, we're going out, come out. And I was like, literally, my mood is dependent on this game. Like, if they win, I'll go. If they lose, don't even text me. Like, leave me the fuck alone for 48 hours. And they won, and we went. And we ended up getting COVID that weekend.
Oh my God.
It was awesome.
That sucks. But congratulations on the dub.
Yeah.
I think it's really funny how men truly, like, they're like, we and our team, and they really identify themselves as a part of this group, and they
have
really
no connection.
they ride the wins and the losses so personally for something that I feel like, from most girls' perspective, has absolutely nothing to do with them. I'm like, they're like, we won. I'm like, we who? Were you on the fucking field? Like, no.
You've been here the whole time.
I'm like, were you playing at all? No, but I don't know. I think it's very cute. This emotional connection with these players, and like with the teams playing and following along and supporting, and they really, I don't know, they really do make or break it, because otherwise there would be no NFL if people weren't watching.
Yeah. So there was a time in I've loved football, like, since I know I've seen football.
Yeah.
In middle school, my teachers used to complain to my parents that I was too obsessed with football, that I related everything to football. Like
Did
if
you
it was a
ever
math
play?
problem, yeah. If it was a math problem, I was like involving football. If it was like anything that had to do with school, I was like trying to use football.
Oh,
And then I was always drawing football things.
that's so cute.
And they were like, "You need to talk to your son." Like,
did you ever try to play like in the fell?
no, I was not. I was hella short in high school. I was like 5'4" in high school.
No way.
I had a growth spurt after.
That's tough.
Everybody who would see me from high school after would be like, "Did you got taller?" Because I was like,
Did you get leg implants?
no,
No, I'm just
just
kidding.
random like height bursts.
That's
after high
awesome.
school, yeah. My sister's 5'5". When she got married, I was in 10th grade and I was to her shoulder.
Wow.
So
Was
after
high school rough for you?
Not rough. Football was rough because I was small. Yeah. And they had like, I swear, like when I was in high school, I was playing against dudes who were like 6'6". I probably not, but to me they felt like giants.
Yeah, facts.
So when I drive by the high school and I see the kids practicing,
You're
I'm
like, damn.
those dudes are tiny.
And that was me.
Yeah, that was me. So yeah. No, I wish I would have played. That would have been dope.
Yeah, one time, granted, I was like on my period, but I cried so hard because I would never be able to play in the NFL. And I think it's so
Like
cool.
the thought of it?
Yeah, like I was like really upset that there's just no way now I think it was like 26 at the time that I could play in the NFL because I'm obviously like not conditioned and I don't know how to play football and for all these reasons, but I was like really upset about it. I was like, this is just the coolest thing ever and they don't even have women, and how fun would it be to just play a sport and get paid so much money to do it?
Millions.
I'm like big into monetizing your passions, like living for your passions, because like
That's
what
dope.
else? What else are you fucking living for?
Moments.
To go to a 9 to 5, to go home and pay your taxes. Like, okay,
Everybody pays the taxes.
that's what you think.
Oh.
The fuck? We live in Southern California. Wrong go, friend.
Oh,
Wrong go, friend.
that's true. I didn't even think about it like that.
Oh, fucking suck. I watched what's Catch Me If You Can today.
Oh, I love that movie.
I've never seen it before.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, it takes forever to blow dry my hair, like an hour.
Is it curly? Oh no, blow
Yeah,
dry.
it's like very wavy, and so, and if you don't blow dry, it stays wet for like which is why girls
You
have
have
hair
thick hair?
wash days. It was
Oh,
hair
yeah,
wash
yeah,
day
yeah,
today,
yeah.
and I'll go like 3 or 4 days without washing it because it's a whole thing, you know. But I
It's a
watched
whole
like
thing.
it's a whole thing. It's so annoying. But I had like a full body bath. Like only girls would know what I'm talking about. Like you shave, you're like you deep condition, you're washing your face,
Body
you're doing-
scrub,
yeah, like
all
a
the
face
good-
mask, yeah, all that stuff takes time. And then I watched the whole movie doing that and blow drying my hair and doing my makeup. It was awesome. It's such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
A film, if
The
you will.
Scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so smart. I love it. His relationship with Tom Hanks, I was like, that's so cute. Your little rivalry, you both love it.
There's a show. It's called The White Collar. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen it?
No?
It's pretty much.
Is it good?
It's an FBI agent and a con man,
Ooh.
and they team up.
Ooh, I love putting on shows when I'm doing cardio, so I'll definitely look into that.
Cardio's the worst.
I feel like
you
a hamster, bro.
Really?
I'm a
I feel like I'm
hamster
on
on
there
a
for
wheel.
30 minutes and I look at the clock and it's been like 2.5 minutes. And I'm like,
Facts.
yo!
No, it's just like, I'm like, when in my life do I want to spend an hour doing something that feels so,
Horrible.
I don't know, it feels like a waste of time. Like, with an hour, you could do so much work. You could, like, help
You can get a whole workout.
so many people. Yeah, like, you could do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But instead, I'm just going to sit here walking in place for an hour. It feels like you're lagging or something. Like, it feels like just a...
That's why when people tell me like they run, oh, I'm going on a 3-mile run. Why? Like,
Dude.
that's mean on the joints, man.
You know what's kind of fucked up? I've never seen someone running where I was like, yeah, that running form looks normal. I've never seen someone running in real life where I was like, that is the way that you should run. Granted, I'm not a runner, right?
Right.
But I also feel...
There's a skill to it, I
feel
guess.
like mildly self-conscious when I run because I've never seen someone running where I was like, you look really graceful. Like, this is how you should run for sure right now. I'm like...
I see like the TikTok videos of dudes running. They got like this nice little flow. I was like, I definitely would not look like that.
Dude, yeah.
They would probably like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Can you breathe?
Can you breathe?
Are you, like, who are you running from?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why sports running, it's okay because there's like, it's bursts.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose. There's somebody trying to like hurt you. You know what I mean? In football, Like somebody's there's 11 people trying to smash you.
So you better run.
Yeah,
facts. I was very motivated by that, playing soccer in high school.
Oh, so yeah.
Because it's like a fun, I'll run to get this ball because I'm just getting the ball. I'm not thinking,
I want to be the first one there, yeah.
Yeah, but let's go on a long jog. For what?
For 5 miles.
I'm going to hate my life for an hour? What are you talking about?
And you see them all like the next day. They can't even.
I know.
I've never been that sore.
We used to have to do group runs like at the Naval Academy, and it was terrible.
Oh, that's right.
You're running in place like it's like marching, but you're on a run. And
were you stationed in Coronado?
No. Annapolis is in Maryland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm stationed in San Diego now.
Oh, okay.
But that's where I went to school. And like our group runs, you have people who are way faster and then people who are way slower.
And they have to stay in.
And then you have middle people who are middle. So running at a slower pace than you want to sucks. Running at a faster pace than you want to sucks. Overall, the whole thing sucks.
Do you have to stay in the formation?
Yes.
Damn.
I know. It's so weird too. It's like the biggest ick. And you're just... But I think that it just gives you perspective. Doing hard things gives you perspective. And every single day that I don't do that, I'm like, thank you so much. So glad for that, you know?
Yeah. Because I was seeing your content. Have you ever been accused of having like a BBL or something?
Oh my God. Thank you so much. No, not really. Mostly because I don't have like the first B, really. Like, they're okay, but it's nothing to write home about.
You have like, like hefty.
Thank you so much.
Meaty thighs.
I feel like my thighs match my booty. So
yeah.
I don't think anyone looks at me and they're like,
there's this one
that girl definitely didn't work out.
You see them, right? The BBLs at the gym?
Yeah.
There's one. Normally, whatever. Like, I really don't.
I don't mind a BBL. I think it sucks when you see someone who definitely paid money and it looks bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's tough.
Like, that's a bad purchase.
I 100% support plastic surgery.
Oh, okay.
Sure. We live in a day and age where you can look however you want.
Literally.
Live your fucking life, my guy.
Yeah, but you're either buying from Walmart or like Fifth Avenue, Saks Fifth Avenue.
Facts.
There's a girl at the gym. I feel bad just because, like, you have to have somebody have told you it looks like it's being pulled.
Oh.
So like it looks like a bullet, like the head of a bullet, and it's like these skinny thighs. But she wears like the tight leggings,
but
and it's
maybe
like,
that is the aesthetic she wanted.
She was going for?
Maybe. You don't know.
I don't.
Maybe
I'm not saying.
Maybe she literally was like, I want to look like a motherfucking pea. Because I tell people this all the time. I want my ass to be so big that it's offensive. I want you to be disgusted.
When you say it, like, ugh.
I want to grow my glutes to be so large that you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's like, for what?
Why did you do that? I want to sit taller in my chair. Yeah. I want to touch the fucking ceiling of my car. That's how freaking big my glutes are. So you want to know? I feel like everyone has their own body goals, and hopefully those were hers. Hopefully,
yeah.
Because hey, I'm sure someone's fucking loving it. People are into weird shit.
That's 100%.
People are into weird shit,
yeah.
you know. And whatever your cup of tea isn't, that is someone's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like, I need that.
I will shower.
I will die without that. That's their Saltburn bathtub scene.
They'll like cherish it forever.
Oh, 100%.
While somebody else is like,
yeah.
We're all ugly to somebody, and we're all good looking to somebody. Like,
agreed.
We're somebody's type, and we're somebody's not type.
It's so interesting. I wonder how we develop these tastes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Like the deep roots.
How are these cultivated? Nature, nurture? What's going on in our brains that make us think certain things are really attractive and not? Because like, blonde dudes aren't really it for me.
Really?
I just like. I think blonde dudes can be very handsome, but I've never been like
a Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, like he's handsome, but I've never been like attracted or wanted to date like
a blondie.
Not really.
Yeah.
Why do I have that preference? I don't know. Maybe because I'm Italian and I appreciate some dark roots on a man. Who knows?
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know.
That's funny because
I grew up around blondies, so I don't know.
Maybe you had too much of them.
Yeah, maybe I had too much.
Yeah. Like my wife is part Japanese. Mm-hmm. She looks she's part Japanese, part Mexican, but she looks Asian.
Right.
And when I saw her, I was like, oof.
Like love.
Immediately, I was like, that's my type.
I know.
And I like Asian looking women, right?
Right.
And growing up, my mom would always tell me, because I grew up a pretty close National City.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Filipinos. And I was like, you better not come home with a Filipino girl. And I was like, what? And to like bring home an Asian girl, and I wonder if she did that. You know what I mean? Like she put it in my head, like you better 100%. Not, you better not. That I'm rebellious, and to like now I like that because she didn't want me to.
That's so freaking
bring that
funny.
Home.
That's so funny. You're like, bet.
Now you're gonna have to.
Now I'm married.
Yeah, now I'm married. So
that's so fun. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's crazy.
Been Has anything for a minute. Changed?
Just I have to wear a ring now.
I know. I love seeing my husband wear his ring. It's so attractive.
Is it?
Yeah. I forgot my fancy engagement ring, and this is like I
the
always keep,
everydayer.
No, I literally keep a spare ring in my car because I always take my rings off when I go to the gym, and most of the time I'm either at work working on a ship. You don't want to like deglove yourself, true, yeah. So you don't wear it, and so the only times I really wear it are when I go out, but. Sometimes I'm like to the gym, blah, 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 blah. I'm running around. I'm forgetful. So I keep this spare ring in my car just in case I forget my rings, because when I go out without wearing a wedding ring, I feel so bad. Like I feel a pit in my stomach. I'm like, I need people to know I'm married because he never leaves his ring. So I just want to make sure that I'm as good about it as him. Because if I saw him not wearing his ring, I'd be like, the fuck?
But I'm sure you'd get hit on regardless. Like, I don't think it has that effect on women like it does men. Where like if a man wears a ring,
yeah,
you know, women are less likely to.
It's not even about that. It's more like
attention.
It makes me so happy to look at that and know that I like married my best friend.
Oh, that's
like
dope.
How I don't know. Everything about him makes me so happy. So like I love looking at my ring. I'm like, oh, I'm in love. Like I love him. Like that. I feel very blessed. Like he's such a wonderful person.
You been married long?
No, 1 year.
Oh, so
yeah, we got
how long
married.
have you been with him though?
I don't know, because I was in love with him far before we like admitted our feelings.
Oh,
no,
so you guys were friends first?
We were best friends for years, and I had a crush on him since the day I met him. I was like, that's the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life, and I guess he felt the same way. And over time, like our friendship. Like we fell in love. However, neither one of us admitted it to the other for years.
Who did first?
I did. Because
that must have been nerve-wracking. Because there's a chance.
We like kissed one time after this command event, but we were a little bit tipsy, and it was like the most magical kiss in the entire world. Like I literally felt rainbows and gold pouring out of my heart. It was really overwhelming almost because I was so emotional, and I have never
cry a little bit.
I have never okay, all right. I've never been in love with someone by the time we had our first kiss. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there was so much buildup, like years of buildup of the tension, that it was just insane. But then, right, he doesn't try to sleep with me. He like leaves. He's like, I should probably go. I'm like, the fuck, I've waited 2 years for this. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're adults. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he leaves and then like doesn't text me for the rest of the weekend. So I was like,
that could be like very.
I was
confusing
like,
to like the feelings.
And we were best friends. We texted every day. So I was like, this is different. This is not good. So at work on Monday, I was like, hey, like, I was nervous. I was like, was that just because we like were kind of fucked up? And he was like, oh, like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I think I went on a Hinge date every single day that week. I literally was like, all right, fuck this. Like, you know, because even though I loved him, he didn't make moves. So it's not like I was waiting around.
And that interaction was like kind of like weird.
Oh, yeah. Like I was like dating in San Diego. Okay.
And you let him be known or what?
Oh, yeah. It was awesome. It was so fun.
Girl, here's my location. I'm going on a date.
I would go on 2 dates a day. I was, first of all, deprived of any fun experience, really, like on deployment. For like 11 months straight, imagine not being entertained
at all
by the dating scene. I think dating is entertaining. It's fun.
But I've heard of boat booze.
Oh, yeah, but I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah.
That's so dramatic and can really fuck your work career. Not doing that. Yeah. But so I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm going to get over you. Like, I don't care. Then the following weekend, we were at his house hanging out again. We always hung out because we're besties. Watching this show, and he's like twirling my hair, my curly hair, and he's like playing with it. I'm snuggling into him. I'm like, you fucking like me. Like, I know that you like me. I know that you like me, right? So we go out that night with his roommate, and I pull his roommate aside. Like, we're playing pool. It's very sly. I'm like, Colson, like, what the fuck? Like, what is up with Greg? Like, I don't understand what his game at. Like, what is he playing at? And he was like, oh, you like Greg? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, yes, I like Greg. Like, so I'm at your house all the time. Like, we're literally best friends. Like, he's so handsome. I love him. Like, what are you talking about? He was like, oh my God, he thought he was so deep in the friend zone, right? Oh. I know. So I tell his roommate I like him, right? Another week goes by. Nothing. Greg says nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what if Colson didn't tell him? I was like, if I would definitely be telling my roommate, right? Yeah. Like, I was like, but what if he didn't tell him? I was like, I can't move on knowing now that he likes me. He likes me. Yeah. So why isn't he doing anything? So
that must have hurt him to see you go on dates.
Oh, yeah. Because I would call him after everyone to just ragging on the bad ones. Like, I went out with a date on one time and he was like, I was like, okay, so like, what do you like to do for fun? And he was like, had to think about it. He was like, he's like, sometimes I like to sleep in on the weekends. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I would rather you tell me you like anime porn than you were like, I like to sleep in. You don't like anything. You don't like anything. You don't like eating. You don't like walking. You don't like going outside. You don't like aquariums. You don't like...
Tell me you go to the beach to look at girls.
Endangered species. You don't like hats. You don't like football. There are so many things in this world that you could like.
And sleeping in on the weekends.
You like sedating yourself for longer so you can experience less life? Yeah, bye-bye. No, thank you. And he cried like a little bitch. I was like, can you walk me to my car? Because duh, if you want to, whatever. And he was like whining about how cold it was.
You're lying. Was he small?
He was okay size, but I'm like, if you're cold, shut the fuck up. Like, if you're cold, I'm cold because I'm dressed in a dress and you're like fully in a man outfit, which is definitely more covering. You're in jeans, like relax. Jean dress. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. Like, why don't we keep talking about it? I was just so annoyed. So I would always call Greg after that. Anyways, I literally finally, I'm like, yeah, Greg. I'm like, I like you. Like, I have feelings for you. Like, do you have feelings for me? And he said, I mean, you're the most smart, positive, beautiful, driven girl I've ever met. It's kind of hard not to feel something. He's like, I felt lucky just to be your friend. So he really saved it with that line because that shit was really cute. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good. Good job, Greg.
Oh, yeah. He did so good. And now we've just been happily together ever since.
Yeah, he really thought he was in the friend zone deep.
I know.
She's telling me about dates, bro.
I know. But he put himself there. Yeah. Because if he would have asked me out, I would have said immediately yes.
Yeah. No hezzy.
I think, yeah, it's really tough. It's a tough spot to be a guy friend. Because I had another guy friend who literally asked me out, and I was like, "What the fuck?
Why would you
ruined
do that?
Our friendship. You ruined our friendship." Like,
and Greg probably heard about this, so he's like,
"Yeah, never." You're so right. He definitely did. No, and I was so mad at him because I really just thought of him as a friend, and I felt really betrayed. That I felt like all those times we hung out, he was like trying to get me to fall for him or something. So I can't blame him for being like, "Oh, I'm in the friend zone." Because I do wish that other friend saw what she had did to the last one. In the because I loved him with my whole heart. I loved him, and now we aren't really that close anymore because it was weird, and I should have gotten mad at him, but I was. I don't know. I was like
a selfish reaction.
I was upset because I was like,
I lost a friend.
I was hurt because I couldn't give him what he wanted, and I loved him and cared for him deeply, but you can't force those feelings. Nah. And I knew that would hurt his feelings, and then I felt guilty, and I was mad at him for making him feel guilty. You know, for making me feel guilty about things that I can't control.
You're mad at him because he's sad.
Yeah. You're mad. I was upset. It was an upsetting thing, which is weird.
Sorry, I'm keeping you up.
Oh, no, you're good. It's the light in here. I'm thriving.
Right?
Yeah, it feels glowing. Like I love this space. The
thank you.
So good.
That's what my goal was when I put it together.
I love it. Did you wallpaper this?
Yeah. Well, me and my wife.
Wow.
She
the brick, it's such a vibe.
Right? It used to be
like a closet.
No, this used to be, instead of this concrete look, it used to be flower wall. Not a flower wall, I'm sorry. Leaf, like a bushy.
Is this like her office too, or your man cave?
So that's her makeup section.
Oh.
And then she works. This is my desk, but since COVID,
yeah,
she had to work from home, so she took over.
She had to work from home. Like, it's not the best thing ever.
Well, I mean, she was forced to work here now, so I had to give up my desk.
Oh, okay. So she had.
But I don't work at home, so it doesn't matter. So.
Yeah, fair.
I'm a photographer, so if you ever need, I don't know if Christina told you.
Oh, she did tell me.
Yeah.
And yes.
She's one of my favorite people to shoot.
Yeah, because she's stunning.
Yeah, of course.
She's
her
stunning.
hair.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so big.
It's funny because I think I met her on Instagram and I was just like, would you mind modeling some shirts for me? And she was like, yeah. And then we just became cool after that. She's cool people.
Yeah, she's great.
Is that how you met her, through the military?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now we're workout besties. Every day grinding.
I thought you were in LA for some reason.
I wish.
The gym, I was like, I've never seen that gym before, so.
It's newer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they open, and it does give LA vibes. I think LA gyms are really cool.
Oh, really? Have you tried out the ones in, I want to ask you before we cut out, the ones like in Texas?
I have been to
like the Alpha Land?
Oh, no.
No?
I don't know if I would love to go there because I feel like it's very influencery.
But that's you.
I know.
Like you're one of them.
I know.
You're people.
And while I would really enjoy meeting other content creators, when I work out, I really like to just fucking work out. I really think lifting is such a sacred thing, and while I do make content about lifting, I never make content at the expense of my lifting. And I think being in an environment where people do make content at the expense of their workout, I would not want to be in that environment.
Oh, okay.
So I think like film wherever, do whatever, right? But some people have content creation as a priority, which is fine for them.
So they're like almost like they're not really working out, they're just getting
which is fine, because I think like everyone has days where they batch content and like do more content than maybe a lift, or I'll have a lighter lift day and I will make more content on those days. However, the gym helped me heal from a lot of stuff, and so there are days where I just like need to lift and not film at all, or not focus on it at all, not care about it at all, not be concerned with the angles, more concerned with the lift. That's how I always am, which I feel like I think sometimes my content's kind of mid. Oh. It's not nearly as good as some of the people who have the sickest camera shots ever. But when I have professional photographers or videographers come, it distracts me from my lift. Oh. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't fucking care that much. Like, I love lifting, and you're ruining this for me because, like, I can't help but talk to people. Mm-hmm. And I also feel really awkward, like, you're just standing there filming me and I'm not talking to you. I kind of feel bad, like you're just there. And even in between sets, I like to zone in and really focus on mind muscle connection, or focus on my next set, or visualize or whatever. But if you're just there looking at me, I'm like,
a little awkward.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or weird, or like you're just watching me. I don't know.
Almost creepy.
So then I like definitely always talk to them because I want to make sure they're having a good time too.
But then it interrupts your.
It does. It interrupts my flow. I love to not talk when I.
How you feel about that Sam guy? You know what I'm talking about?
I love him.
He's cool as fuck.
I love him. He is like, I don't really watch his YouTubes because they're quite long, but I see clips of what he posts on
like
TikTok.
Like your short form? Yeah, that stuff is cool.
And I think everything I've ever viewed that he has said, I just am obsessed with. I watched something today where he was commenting on people who are like, oh, should I ever not go super heavy in the gym because I don't want to overtrain? And he was like, the audacity that you could think that you could overtrain. I was like, God, fuck, I love you. Like, I love you. I love everything about you. And he's like one of the prime examples that comes to mind where people are like, that's not healthy. He wants to be great. He wants to be
massive.
Yeah, like he obviously loves this and he is great at it and he is killing it. I don't know. I love his personality. I think it's very different than a lot of the cocky, big dudes that I've seen.
More cockier. He just seems like very humble.
I know.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's so cute. Like, I think he would be just such a cool friend to have because he just seems really nice.
Like, just genuine.
I just love nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool as fuck. I like his videos because he's like really into what he's doing and he's well knowledge and all that. And he like shits on people without wanting to shit on them. When they try to tell him something, he just corrects them because he's right and he's already done the research.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I think it's cool.
I think it's wild to like shit on anyone who's doing better than you. Like, how could you correct someone doing better than you? Why would you do that? Like, you're never going to catch me giving someone with bigger delts than me advice on how to do shoulders. What? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's like a lot of people.
You're like, you're doing it wrong, my guy.
Yeah,
Come on.
a lot of people like give me form corrections on bench or whatever. I'm like, how are you going to talk from outside of the club?
But then also, like, you're what you're trying to do on bench is different.
But I can flat bench 225 for reps. Like, without the arch, I can.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't make videos like that often because it's not for my training. Then that's just for content. And I don't like to do stuff that's not good for training. But I was like, you can't even.
Why are you so strong for it?
I had a lot of fucked up shit in my childhood.
Oh, okay.
And I just used lifting as like an amazing outlet for all that anger. And now it's all gone.
I do say this, though. Every time I go in the mornings,
Yeah.
my day is better when I go. Like, as soon as I'm done, I feel I've already had a good productive start to the day.
Yes.
When I go to the gym. When I don't go, I feel sluggish.
That's funny that you say that because I tried working out in the morning and it felt like the rest of my day, all I was doing was waiting to go to sleep so I could wake up the next day and go to the gym. You're
really about this life.
I love it. Like, I love it. And yeah, it just, I'm like, I love having that thing to look forward to all day because I'm like, it doesn't matter how hard this day sucks because I'm just going to put all that frustration right into my workout and then it's going to be gone. It feels like it literally escapes from my body. Yeah.
That's funny because I think like late lifting is, I think just more of the gym's going to be
packed.
Super packed.
I don't like going when it's really packed. I do get a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
When it's like that just because it's kind of sweaty and muggy and like I'm stressed about
more people, more chances for them to
machine.
Interrupt you to talk to you.
No facts.
It's like, damn, I just want to get in here.
Plus I have like a ton of friends at the gym, which is awesome, but you can't make time for all of them. Otherwise you'll never work out.
Exactly. Have you ever got cold because somebody's like chit-chatting? You're just like, I just want to go home now. Like you just ruined the whole fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. There have been a few times, but I like to look at it like I'm grateful that people want to talk to me.
Oh, that's true.
Rather
it means
than
you're a nice person.
Yeah, rather than like not having friends.
Point at you and be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, and I've gotten better at like setting my boundaries, being like, okay, like pause that thought, like I need to hit this set. But sometimes people be getting into some deep shit. You're like mid-workout.
In the middle.
And they're like, yeah, and this. And I'm like, you can't just be like, let me hit this set. My mom died and all that. I'm like,
yo.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but I got to hit this real quick.
Insensitive. They're like,
yeah,
wow.
that's like fucked up.
I'm over here fucking pouring my heart out.
I had like, he wasn't really a friend. He was someone who I knew at the gym. He straight up like, he interrupted my deadlift set to tell me that he like went to the hospital for like a heart attack or something.
Damn, the audacity.
And I just wanted to be like, what I felt inside was like, I have actually never fucking cared less about anything in my entire fucking life. And I was like, yo, I'm so sorry like, he was fine. I was like, I'm so sorry to hear that. But like, he just wanted sympathy and like to talk. But I was like, we aren't even fucking friends, my God. I don't actually even know you at all. And like, I don't want to be that for you right now. I am here to rip this fucking weight. Like, I have had a day. Like, all I've been looking forward to all day since 4:45 in the morning. Like, I need to hit this set right now. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I just think people who can't read body language, it's so frustrating because there are times where you're open to talk and there are times where you're fucking not. And I could have learned about his fucking heart attack later in the day. After my set.
In the DM.
Thank you. Are you dying right now? Do you need medical attention? No. Get out of my face then. This is not the time to chat.
Bro. Read the room.
You want to get a coffee and talk about it? I'm here for you. Don't do it during this thing that I love more than anything else. And it sounds fucked when I say it out loud. Like, I literally didn't give a fuck. But I don't. Because here's the gym for me. And then here's everything else in my life.
And then you.
Yeah, like
you're.
If you told me like, hey dude, like you're gonna have no fucking friends, I'd be like, cool. I have the weights. Like I don't need like I don't know. It just I think it makes me feel just whole.
There's nothing more uncomfortable for me than watching dudes hit on girls at the gym. The other day I was watching this guy build up the courage to like talk to the girl, right? And the craziest thing to me was she has a boyfriend who they don't work out together, but he makes it a point to come at one point
Right.
and give her a kiss.
To
Like,
observe.
he's been here long enough to have seen this. And he was like building up the courage, and I'm watching him in between sets, and I'm like, this guy, dude. Finally builds the courage, goes and talks to her, and they're talking about the most random shit, I imagine. And then he I don't know where their conversation was, where he's like, I'm gonna take out my phone and get her number. And she kind of like, yeah. So then when he looks down to pull out his phone, she looks up and rolls her eyes. Like, they fell into like 3 weeks before, and I'm watching this interaction. I'm like, bro, why would you do this?
Yeah, because it makes it weird.
Super weird.
I think definitely you need to, if you want to, shoot your shot, but do it at the end of the workout.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt someone's fucking workout to shoot your shot. Be like, hey, do you want to grab a protein shake or something? I think honestly, like, why would you not start any relationship by trying to be friends? To see if they're like a decent person. When people just ask people out and they don't know them, I'm like, that's so crazy, because what if they are mean?
Yeah, what if
they have like no humor? What if they have the worst personality ever? What if they're just like not your vibe? You just want to go out with them because they're pretty? You're going to spend money on them because they're pretty? Good for you, girl. Get your bag. But like what?
That's why OnlyFans is very successful.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I just can't imagine wanting to spend the rest of my life with someone
strictly because of how they
of their looks. That's not fucking fun
at all.
No, if you're not funny, get out of my face. I don't want you.
Imagine. Oh man, remember I was telling you I was at the hospital. I was like cracking jokes with my wife, and we were just like, I'm pretty sure the nurses were like, what the fuck could he possibly be here? He sounds
laughing.
He's over here fucking laughing,
That's me and my friends in the hospital every time.
And so we were cracking up, and I was like, I could not be with like a boring woman. Like,
no,
so I can't even imagine somebody being like, shh, stop it.
Oh
like,
my god,
let me be me.
Yeah,
so,
that would be so disheartening if someone said that about your personality.
Like, calm down.
Yeah,
like try to shoot me down and shit.
Dude, when people tell me to calm down, it makes me feel fucking crazy. I'm like,
I'll fight you.
Oh my god. Well, that's like the quickest way to make me anti-calm down.
Right?
Yeah.
That's like when women are
relax.
mad. Relax.
I was getting this shot in my neck, like a 6-inch needle.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they use it to treat PTSD. It's sick.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they numb this bundle of nerves right here. It's called the stellate ganglion. And they numb it for 6 hours so that you can reset your fight or flight system. It's amazing, right? But
that's interesting.
They just raw dog this procedure. You're not on any painkillers. You're not under anesthesia.
Lean back.
They numb the area, but you can still feel it. And honestly, they numb topically. Like, this needle is this long, and it goes from here into your neck. So all this bottom part is not numb, okay?
The inside is not numb.
Yeah, and I'm like just silently crying. Like, there's just tears coming out of my eyes. Like, I'm literally turned to the side, my neck's like exposed like this, and just tears are coming out of my eyes. I'm not making a sound. I'm not moving. And the nurse,
you're in pain.
Yeah. And I'm just letting it happen because I need this procedure to feel okay. And the nurse, this dude nurse goes, just relax, just breathe. And I was like, I don't even know if this is fucking up the procedure, but I was like, there's a 6-inch needle in my fucking neck. And you're telling me to relax? I was like, just breathe? How about you just breathe? I was so mad.
Just, what do you think, I'm holding my breath?
Yeah, and like,
fuck?
I don't know if they were doing it really slow, and I was pretty low on fluids. Like, you see me with my gallon, like, I really stay hydrated, and from the time they started the procedure to the time they ended was like 2 hours. I hadn't had water in a while. I didn't eat that day, like they said to come fasted. And I told him, I was like, hey, like, because I have naturally low blood pressure, I supplement with a lot of salt, which I usually get through my water or through food, which I hadn't had either of. And I told him, I was like, I think I'm gonna pass out. And he's like, you're fine, relax, just breathe. And I was like, no, like, my blood pressure is low, I'm gonna pass out. And then I passed out. Oh, and everyone's freaking out. They're freaking out.
After you told them what was going to happen.
So the needle's like in my neck. It's at the site, but they didn't inject the liquid yet. And I pass out. So I wake up and they're freaking out. They're like, we're going to transfer you to this bed, all this stuff. And I was like, I don't feel it. Like, it doesn't feel right. And they're like, oh, well, we didn't finish. We'll talk about it in the other room. I was like, the fuck you mean you didn't finish? Because the insertion is what hurts the most, right? And you're so nervous to let it happen because it hurts. Oh my God.
They should have just done it.
Oh, and they were like, no, just come to the other room. Like you passed out. Like you're just like so nervous, all this stuff. And I was like, and I sat the fuck up and I was like, no. I was like, you will put this fucking liquid in my neck today. I was like, get me an IV, get me a cup of water, listen to my needs, treat me like a person. Like I'm telling you medically, like I have low blood, like don't tell me to relax when I need fluids, okay? Just give me an IV and put this back the fuck in my neck and then inject the numbing agent like you should have the first. Like, why? I was like, why didn't you just do it when I was passed out? They're like, well, your heart rate dropped really low. And I was like, all right, I need you to just figure this out because I'm not leaving here without it. And they did it.
How often do you have to do that?
Like every 6 to 8 months.
Oh, okay, so it's not that.
It's not too bad. It does only last, I would say, like 4 to 5. It depends on what you're going through. And
do you mind? What does the numbing do?
It literally numbs your parasympathetic nervous system for 6 hours. So like half of you kind of just like goes numb, like your eye droops a little bit, and you feel kind of weird. I don't mean to laugh. That was funny. No, it is really funny, and you kind of cough a little, and you feel just really out of it, pretty woozy, pretty dizzy. You can't be stimulated for those 6 hours. It's a stellate ganglion block if you want to look it up. I really recommend it. Like it was life changing. It was like better than 10 years of therapy in one night.
I guess what I meant to say was like, what is its purpose? Like,
it cures PTSD. Oh. So obviously there are many things about PTSD that like still exist for me and for other people who get this shot, but it just allows your fight or flight to be a lot calmer so that you can not be reactive and you can deal with situations more rationally. So, like, I've been, like, assaulted, like, multiple times throughout my life, but most recently, thank you, like, last year, in September 2023, I was, like, assaulted at this massage parlor, and I'm still in, like, an active, it was, like, a surprise attack, like, wasn't expecting, he didn't try to feel titty or anything, like, it was, like, out of the blue, he was inside, and it was, like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, and, like, holding me down, it was horrible, and so I've just really struggled to, like, trust professionals because he was like a licensed professional with really good reviews. It wasn't someone I knew. It wasn't someone I like went on a date with. It was, I never gave him like vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was like a professional setting.
Yeah, it was a professional setting. So imagine now me trying to go to work in the Navy, being trapped on a ship in a professional setting with people that you are supposed to trust inherently based on their qualifications, based on their licenses, based on whatever. Like going to the doctor after that was a fucking nightmare. Like I had panic attacks just walking to it. Thankfully, like Greg was really supportive during that time, but it was, and I've worked through so much since then and like been able to get better since then because like I couldn't go to Target. I couldn't be in public. Because I couldn't trust anyone because I've been assaulted before, unfortunately, but it's been with people who like I kind of blame myself, even if it wasn't the case. Like I knew them, or I went on a date with them, or I could see. I don't know. Like no is no, and I said no, but I don't know. I blame myself. I hadn't been through enough therapy, so I was like, whatever. But in this case, I was like, no, like fuck no, dude. Like I literally was laying there doing absolutely nothing wrong at all, and also even if I was begging for it, it's illegal for you to do as this licensed therapist, so like double wrong for you. And he was so fucking disgusting looking. I almost didn't let him massage me, but my ribs were dislocating, so it hurts that muscle in my back, right? And that's why I had to get it because I hadn't slept in 3 days, so it was so painful. And so I literally almost like walked out because I saw his face. I was like, nah, you're not. Like, no, like so you're so fucking gross. Like, yeah, no. My instinct, and I ignored it because I didn't want to be rude. And I didn't want to like be mean. I didn't want to be mean and be like, yeah, I can't get massaged by you because you're the fuggliest person I've ever seen in my life. Because normally like, I'm not like that about looks, but I don't know. Something was just off. I think my body just knew he was fucked. Yeah, so PTSD from that, from a few other things. Like, I mean, we definitely were in like a wartime environment.
So that shot helps.
It just helps calm me down. Like it helps with anxiety a lot. Doesn't really help with like depression that much, but it does help like calm down. Like coming to this situation would have been like a fucking hard pass, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Let me go to some dude's house. Even sitting alone in a room with a man was like, no.
Hard pass.
Yeah. And like sitting in a room without windows that like reminds you of the massage parlor, like, no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like, no.
That's terrifying.
So it just allows me to like function, because before I got it, I like wasn't sleeping, couldn't eat. It was really bad, like having panic attacks every single day. And just, it was really hard to function. And I don't know if it's like all my assaults built up and then this was just the final straw that cracked me, because I mean, I was assaulted in high school, like at the Naval Academy, like, and I just shoved it all down. And that's what I used the gym to like deal with all that anger that I felt. And like also I was scared. And I was like, if I'm just big and strong, like no one can ever hurt me again, which is why I was so surprised when it happened again, because you don't look at a girl like me and be like, yeah, like
that should be easy.
Yeah, like that's my target. You know what I mean? Which is another reason I chose to press charges against him rather when I didn't before. Was number one, I carried a lot of guilt from not pressing charges before, but I was just grateful to like have my life and trying to deal with it in the way that I did. But I was like, you didn't look at me. I was not your first victim. No fucking shot. No fucking shot.
For sure.
Did you?
You can't do that comfortably.
Send it with me. This girl who, my thighs are like the size of your fucking head. Like there's no shot. Because you know what I mean? Granted, like I don't think I don't know. I don't really want to get into that. But yeah, I posted on TikTok actually like his face and name, because I was like, don't go to this massage parlor.
I'm sure you got it.
Whatever.
Right?
Oh yeah, no. So because I had to get like a rape kit done. I had to go talk to detectives. It was fucking horrible. It was like the worst fucking day in the world. And yeah, I posted, and like multiple girls reached out to me. Granted, I'm in Newport, Rhode Island, so like I'm not in California. My TikTok following's not the same at all. And I guess like multiple girls reached out to me and were like, yeah, he was inappropriate with my massage too, like all this stuff, like I felt weird, like he touched me inappropriately, all this stuff, like, and I was like, yeah, like I knew I wasn't the fucking first, because
it's funny how TikTok works like that, huh?
Dude,
like it'll reach its
and
targeted
thankfully
audience.
A few of them like made statements which should hopefully help my case. So
damn, I'm sorry you went through that.
Thank you.
To me, that's like insane.
Yeah.
To like, for people to do, like, just because I think like my mom, my sister, my dad died when I was young.
Yeah.
So like I was kind of like the man of the house at it, and that's just
good people. It's hard to fathom.
Insane.
It's hard to fathom. I feel like if you're a good person, the actions of people who are fucked up, like they're fucked up, which is why they do fucked up shit.
Yeah. It's like when people kill you, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like
how could you live with yourself? Like, I can't tell a white lie without feeling guilty.
A little bit of guilt?
Yeah, like I feel it eats me up.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
That's horrible. I'm sorry you went through that.
Thanks.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. I was just curious, the PTSD, because I wonder, like, is it new? Is it something new? Is it something that's been around? I never
heard of it before last year, but I had to go to like a preliminary jury, a grand jury trial or something. I don't know. I had to go basically tell my story to 12
to get that shot?
To 12 strangers know about the case.
Oh.
To see if it would move forward to like actual court, because basically it doesn't.
Why is it not just open shut?
I don't know. It's lasting a really long time.
But
I was really, really nervous about going to that. So right before I went to that, I got the shot. And even though I really did struggle and I had panic attacks and I was shaking and like really unwell, thankfully my mom went with me, but I was just so scared, and like talking about it was really hard at the time. Like, because it was just horrible. It helped a lot. Like, because before I couldn't even talk. Like, I couldn't even get the words out because I just felt so like, ugh. And
man, that's scary.
Yeah, I really recommend it. Like, it's painful, it's uncomfortable, but it's also like 30 minutes of your life for 6 to 8 months of peace, where you can then use that peace to like work through stuff in therapy. So every time I've gotten the shot, I've been a little bit better. You know, like I'm leveling up. I feel like on my way to normalcy, or as close as I can get to it. Because once you have PTSD, you do have it for your life, because it's just the way your brain is, which sucks. But there are a lot of things you can do to hopefully mitigate the negative side effects, like anxiety and depression. And I don't know.
That's scary. I'm really sorry you went through that, because as a man, it's like, you piece of shit, dude. Like, it's hard enough for like women to trust dudes in general.
Yeah.
And then you got pieces of shit who do shitty shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. And it's tough to like live in a society where you are so much physically smaller than people. And I just feel like you're at the mercy and the whims of whether or not someone wants to hurt you, which is like a scary concept.
And you're not small though. Like
thank you. But
like
I also,
buff. I'm pretty tall.
I just, based on my experiences, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah,
how big you are, because they're bigger. And that sucks.
And the element of surprise. Like,
oh, yeah. Yeah. All of the above.
You're over here with your guard at 100% down.
Oh, yeah. Like, I really didn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean.
Because I would have guessed, like, if you're trying to do something, you would have tried to feel titty.
Right? Like a warm-up?
No, but, like, he had zero experience with women.
Oh, man.
Obviously. Consensually.
Oh. I had a guest, she does body waxing.
Yeah.
And so she was doing, I asked her, I was like, you ever do a guy? Like, is that a thing? Guys get the Brazilian?
Oh,
and she's
my
like,
God.
yeah. She's like, you move it to the side, move it to the, you know what I mean? And then she said that at one point she turned around to grab a strip.
Yeah.
She turned around, he was already like playing with himself.
Ew.
And I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Fuck?
What is wrong with...
No, but like people do that.
What's wrong with people?
Can
like,
you imagine? I've never been... I tried to get my leg waxed once and it hurt so fucking bad that I went home. Like I had to...
With a little patch?
She put 2 strips on and I went home with one on. I was like, you're not... It took 3 days to come off in the shower. I just had it on. It hurts
you
so
just
much.
left it on there?
Oh yeah. I was like, no one's ripping that off. No shot. Because I'm Italian. When I was younger, I had a hairy little thigh. Like, I was, like, I was a hairy little kid.
Did it just take a while for it to just fall off?
I had to melt it off in the shower.
Damn.
I know. It hurt so bad. I was like, I can't do that.
I had my back wax and it hurt, but it felt like good. I have I don't know. I'm starting to think I had like a little bit of pain. Because when I got a wrist tattoo, they were like, that's the most painful area on the arm. And it felt nice.
You're
like,
weird.
The hot needle like going in through my skin. I was like, this feels warm and satisfying in
the fuck?
some weird way. And then I got a ditch tattoo. He's like, this is gonna hurt. It didn't hurt. It felt nice. I was like,
yeah, maybe you have that gene that prevents you from feeling pain.
No, I feel pain, but
from what?
I don't mind it, I guess.
That's a good mindset.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Well, hopefully that pushes you hard in the gym then.
Yeah, right. I try not to go hard because I'm a little older, and the last thing I need is to get hurt. You know
the
what I mean?
Audacity to think that you shouldn't go hard. Sam's like, I love him.
He would be so disappointed.
I know.
He's like, you think you can go hard?
You think you could go hard enough to hurt your body?
No, but I saw a dude fuck up his back at the gym.
Comes down to form.
I'm sure he was doing some squats, and he
load
fell.
Management.
He fell, and he's like,
well, duh, he's gonna hurt himself. He
fell. It beat him.
Yeah.
He had to use and he's all, can you help me? And I was like, you're all right? He's like, no, I think I fucked up my back. And he's like, I can't get up. I can't stand up. And I was like, I don't think I should touch you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? He's like, no, just help me up. And I held him. He was like, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? I helped him up and he gingerly walked away. And I was like, you should go to the hospital now. Not later, now. And then I looked at the weight. It was like 135. I was like,
that's tough.
Damn, that's rough. That's a rough day, bro. I'll tell everybody there was 4 plates.
Yeah, facts. Take the picture.
If anybody asks, it was 4 plates, and I hope you unrack it.
Oh my God. That's a good man right there.
Right? I was like,
that's
I got you, bro. If anybody has 4 plates, you're almost there and you missed it.
No, my only experience with podcast, I just watched Only Murders in the Building.
Is that like a true crime?
It's like a show. Selena Gomez was in it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and they made a podcast. Because the other only experience is my husband listens to this podcast and it's just dudes laughing. about the dumbest shit ever, like sports and whatever, and it's so annoying to me in my ear. I'm like, because I'm not listening to what they're saying. I just hear like at 6 at 6 in the morning, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to start my day listening to men do anything. I'm just trying to be in my bathroom, putting my makeup on. Thank you so much. I'm like, get the fuck out of my fucking house, out of my brain space. I'm trying to vibe to some cutesy. You know,
I hate all of you. Yeah, no, I get it.
No, I definitely don't hate all men, and I am very grateful that I don't, because I was definitely very scared of men for a long time. But a lot of men helped me recover from this past assault, and it was so healing. The detective was very on my side after he heard that dude's side. The cop,
there's no way he tried to blame you.
Oh, he literally said on tape. The guy said on tape, I thought she wanted it. So he basically admitted to it. Like, thanks, dude.
What do you mean you thought?
Yeah. So the detective then was like, he saw how fucked up I was, because I went immediate from the assault, called the cops, like went straight to the station after I was at the hospital. But there was this one cop who, he stayed with me the whole time, and like stayed with me at the hospital, and then he took me to the station, and then he took me to where I was staying after to grab my stuff so I could stay with my friend's house, because I was scared to be alone, because like the when you filled out the thing for the massage, you put your address. Oh. So I was like, oh my God, he's gonna come kill me, like he's gonna fucking kill me. Like, I was so stressed. And that was really wonderful, and I've had like a lot of men help along my healing journey, and like the more I have experienced life, the more I realize it's not like a man or woman thing. It's just a person thing.
It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, like it's just like you're just a literal human piece of dog shit. And like I think that to discredit half of the humans on our earth as
off of one or a few individuals.
I think like women who say that they hate men, we're scared of men. They're scared because you're so relatively defenseless, and that's what it feels like based on the experiences likely that they have had. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Yeah, and so, and I think, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of men really get how to approach women or ask women out or be respectful about it. So that's another reason that could contribute to women saying that, because it's not fun to be awkward. It's not fun to be catcalled. Even if you're not like assaulted, right? It's not fun to be catcalled. It's not fun to hear like certain compliments, quote unquote, that are like just disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not all of them. I don't even think it's like.
It's a very small
most of them. Yeah. But they're so loud about it. The consequences are so dire that it's kind of ruins it for the rest of you guys.
Yeah, for sure. What I mean? For sure. Like at the gym, I won't even look if they walk by me, I look the other way. Like, head down. Like,
I feel like it's that counterculture that I feel like has come into play where guys are now nervous to even like talk to a girl or approach one, or, you know, because of this like canceling culture that we have created where you're caught looking at someone like just looking.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference in looking and staring and following them around. Because I've had dudes like follow me around the gym staring. And that's very different than someone looking at you. What the fuck? We're human beings. We're going to look at each other. What the? Duh.
I was at Costco. We were at Costco. And this girl walked in and she was wearing like workout uniform. Like workout. You know what I'm saying? Like tight shorts and a workout bra. And she was there with some guy. I imagine her partner, I guess. And I noticed this weird dude like was kind of like following them, and I was like, damn, this guy is weird. Just looking at him, you could like sense it, like, there's something wrong with this dude. And he walked by me and he had his phone recording. He was recording her. So then I was like, yo, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, I said it loud enough for him to hear. I was like, you fucking weirdo.
Good. I'm so glad you did that.
So then he kind of like put it down and like went a different direction. And then I was like, I told my wife, I was like, this fucking weirdo was recording this chick, dude. Like, I feel like telling the guy, like, hey, yo, this dude's recording your girl or whatever.
It's fucked up.
So I was like, thought about it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna tell him, fuck him. So I went and told the dude, I was like, hey, this dude's fucking following you, recording your girl, man. Like, do something about it, you know what I mean? Like, And he was just kind of like confused, and I was just like,
What's
so what do you mean? I was like,
what do you not understand?
Like, weird dude filming your girl, like,
without her knowledge.
Yeah, I was like, he's recording her, like, and he was just like, what? And she was just like, I don't know. And I was just like, look, I did my part.
Yeah, you did.
I told you, and I kind of called him out on his weirdo shit. And I was like, I hope he does something about it, because I'd be fucking damn, bro.
Oh my God.
If I caught some dude fucking recording my girl.
Well, it's so scary too. Like, I went to Home Depot to pick up shit, and this dude was following me down the aisles. And I turned around, I was like, do you fucking need something? Because, like, I've noticed and went down weird aisles because I was like...
On purpose?
Yeah, to be like, oh, is he following me or am I being paranoid? And then he immediately left, and I was just like, what were you trying to do? Like, what is your goal here? Like, you know what I mean? It's just scary when you have to exist in the world with shit like that happening. What?
Oh, man, that's creepy ass dudes, man.
Not great.
Creepy ass dudes. I don't even like holding my phone up at the gym, you know, to like change.
Oh, to text or something?
Like, nah, they might.
Me down here.
I'm gonna be in the background. They're like, oh, he's recording you. Fuck that. Like, face
You're
down.
So funny.
I'm skipping songs like this. Well, I'm looking, look.
Like, it happens so much.
Yeah, that's why.
Where it's very common, honestly.
I love that TikTok video. This guy's walking, looking at a chick on the treadmill. He's like, damn, all right. And then he looks and he sees her tripod. He's like, oh, damn. And he gets down like he's being arrested. He's like, no, I give up. I give up.
That's really funny.
It's like, it really is like that. So be careful.
You got to get those sly looks in.
The
ones that like make you feel uncomfortable. I don't think it's offensive to look at anyone.
Yeah, I mean, if you can admire and be like, damn, look at her.
Eyes, bro. Like,
she's doing her thing at the gym.
I'm just using my eyes, but I'm not admiring your butt crack for like half an hour. That's different. That's different.
Just staring at it. And have you ever noticed they like bullshit wait? They're just like, looking at her.
Have I noticed? This shit happens to me all the time. I actually started wearing my hair down in the gym
to not see it,
so that they're like little horse blinders, so that I don't see.
That's why girls wear the heads like this.
I don't see anything else besides. Literally, it's kind of blurry, honestly, because my hair is in my eye. But I don't need to see what I'm lifting. I know what I'm doing. Like, fuck. And because it was so distracting.
That's true. Gotta be safe out here. A bunch of weirdos and shit. I'm sorry you went through what you went through. I'm glad you're healing.
Thanks. Just life. It's good.
I appreciate you sharing that with me. You didn't have to. And
yeah. I think it's hard. It's just wrapped up in my story as a being. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it sucks, but whatever. There's been a lot of good in my life, too.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Silver lining.
Don't want to focus on the negative.
Exactly.
When I'm big on silver linings. Me too.
I was just telling you, it rained on our wedding day.
Oh.
Last Saturday, it rained, poured. We got wet.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother. It's actually good luck that you got. It was like,
that's so nice.
The first time was cool. Like, I'm tired of hearing this.
Yeah.
And then just some other shit happened. The pictures didn't come out how we wanted them.
Tracking.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
No, like, they weren't taken well.
Oh, fuck.
And so she was upset about it.
No, I said I'm tracking because there were a few things I didn't like about how our photographer did it.
And
you can't redo that day. And it's so annoying.
And
you can't redo the memories. It's about the memories and capturing the memories in the way that you want.
Before we did this, he was sitting in the car with me waiting for my fiance or wife to show up. And I was like, I don't like doing weddings because there's moments you can't redo. There's just some moments that if you don't capture them correctly, it's gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I turned down weddings. I don't do weddings. I've done one or two and I was like, never again. It was like the most nerve-wracking
as a photographer.
And I was like, I props to you for doing it because I know these moments suck. And then sure enough, you know what I mean? I told my wife, I was like, I'm so used to saying my girl.
She's still your girl.
Yeah, she's still my girl. I was like, I must have done something to deserve this, like, karma for something I've done. Because what the fuck, dude? Like, it rained. Pictures were kind of wag. You know, just like, we got home and I opened the trunk and something fell out and broke. And I was like, of course.
Oh, my God.
It was just like a little domino effect of dumb shit happening. So
but at the end of the day,
that's karma, whatever.
You have her. So
we're still married.
All that matters.
That's true. Well, I won't keep you long. Okay. I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Had fun. It was really nice to meet you.
It's been good to meet you too.
Chit chat with you. Shout out to Christina for setting this up.
Live, laugh, Christina, deny. She's the best.
She's the best, yeah.
Look her up.
Yeah. Well, thank you. What's your Instagram so they can?
Oh, it's at Katy Lifts. KATY
Lifts.
LIFTZ. Yeah.
She's verified too. And married. Leave her alone. No, because normally I'm like, yo, hit her up. She's single. Like, no, I get a lot of like single guests.
Single friends though.
There you go.
If you're looking for a nice girl, look at my following.
Pick one.
Yeah, just pick one.
Send them to you. Like
she got a big booty, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody appreciates that.
Yeah. 100%.
Too bad you ain't, sleeveless to show the guns because she's mad. But look at that, you can see it right there.
Peep the gram.
See how the comic bent? I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Till next time. Peace.
Yeah, you looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we ain't friend. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we